because recently on the channel I've been building quite big Lego sets in the run-up to Jango Fett's UCS Slave 1 at 10,000 subscribers. We are like 500 away. So if you're watching this stream for the first time, welcome. Please consider hitting subscribe if you do enjoy the content. Last week we built this Star Destroyer. Don't drop it now. Can't drop this. And I did get a few comments through this, and the week before it was the Dark Falcon. Hello there, Moonshoes. Hello there, Mr. Vader, Rex Bricks. Glad to see all of you showing up right on time. Actually, we're all like 6 minutes early, so thank you for chilling out in the lobby while you waited for the stream. So today, I thought the next set we're going to build this week, by the way, if you didn't know by the title, it's, what is this, 2017's like game Lego set of the year, but it's like a specific category, which is awesome to see because it is a Last Jedi set, so the toys were still selling well. But it's the AT-M6, the Gorilla AT-AT, you know, the one with the knuckles down at the front, absolute beast, and was actually built pretty much purely just to intimidate the Resistance. Really, that's what it was for. So we're going to be building that this week, but I thought before we get to do that, I usually part out, especially a set like this that's actually held its value pretty well. It's not too expensive. Yes, pardon, the AT-M6 is finally here. There are two sets for the AT-M6, and we're building the proper one. We're building the playset. I've got the minifigures here, but before we do that, I thought it'd be fun to build the poly bag. I started parting these out and thought, you know what? Might as well save this for stream, because I do part out quite a few of the older sets, you know, the AT-M6. So today we're going to be parting it out, and the reason I'm doing this live is because I don't know. I have no idea if I have all these pieces. So if you're looking at parting out a set, this will be a great video to sort of skip along through, because sometimes we have to make, sometimes it's easy, you know, change of color. If the piece ain't being seen, if it ain't being seen, we can pick whatever color we like, and usually those are the blues, reds, etc. But sometimes there's also a crucial element that only came in 1, 2, 3 sets, and especially for Star Wars, these elements are a lot more common than you may think, despite their rarity. And yeah, we're going to go through it, piece it out. But first, we are parting out the official Lego Star Wars AT-M6, which is a poly bag, and I just thought that'd be a bit fun to start the video. Built Star Wars logo set. After seeing that LED logo in Mankind, there's a video coming out at the end of this stream. I will public a video from yesterday, June 1st. We did go to a Lego store, and that's one of the reasons I've been so busy, alongside all the Maul and all the decal torsos, which we are slowly working up. I've had a few questions about these decals. Thank you very much. A lot of people are really interested in these custom elements. I'm currently selling on my site some bodies for the Plo Koon droid, and also some torsos for Darth Maul, which match up to the mech. We should have got this from Lego. Realistically, we should be getting it from Lego, but I'm looking at one day moving ahead, UV printing, maybe pad printing, who knows, we will find out. And this is just the first step, so we've got a lot of way to go. Name a car for an edit. Let's name it, do you want a human name or do you want like a custom name? I'm gonna go with Oscar for a human name, and Oscardo for, you know, like that Ford name. Oh, listen, GTR, nice one. Hello there. Abrahamegbu, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. The poly bag is, it doesn't say how many pieces. I will admit, all you Americans out there have got it nice with the part counts on the boxes. I do quite like having the part counts visible. My best creation, oh, I'd have to say Grogu. I'm still working on those slopes for Grogu. I haven't forgotten about him. Grogu and the pram here. It's my upscaled build alongside Captain Rex. We built this upscaled Grogu, which is using Lego pieces, but like 6 times the size. And I'd love for Lego to do something like this, something that isn't minifigure based, you know, for Star Wars. Maybe we could get an astromech, maybe R2-D2. That could be quite cool. Mr. Vader rush into the stream. Oh, nice, thank you. There we go. Here's the minifigure scale one, just to show you how much bigger. 1:6 scale, but this is like 216 times smaller. And this is the exact same as that. I've still got to decal the torso and then get the slopes up, hoping to do that very, very soon. But yes, post it tomorrow. Oh, nice. I'll try to keep an eye out for that. Yes, I was meant to get the video out today, but we went to the Lego store yesterday. That video is coming out as soon as this stream ends. I should be able to public that, just running through its final checks. And then, I watched it through just before uploading it, and a part cut out. Should I reveal this on stream? I'll reveal the first bit because I do have it sat in front of me. One of the things we picked up, it was only a little one, was the shadow keyring. I've been talking about it enough, so you probably could have guessed Lego store, shadow keyring, hand in hand. And we did pop shadow off the keyring to almost complete my Sonic collection. Still don't have an Eggman. I do have a plan though for the Eggman. I've got an Eggman plan. And yeah, the recording, my computer got filled up, so it's a good thing I'm able to stream this. Let's hope this doesn't cut out. But yeah, my storage got filled and I lost all that footage, and also another thing that I'd picked up. And I honestly did not think of it until I hit upload, watched it back through and realized like half of the Lego order was missing. So tomorrow I am out, but before I go out, I'm going to try to record, basically re-record what I'd already recorded. So there is a second, like part 2 to this order, but hopefully it was a load of fun going back to the Lego store. Haven't been there for like a year. It's crazy. Egg plan, yes, the egg plan is in motion, and I can't wait to build it. Hello there, Revan's Brick Corner. Welcome back. My least favorite creation is probably something I'm going to throw out, the AAT, the giant Christophsis AAT that I built. I think that was because of how quickly I wanted that out. I didn't rush it. I took my time with the first build, but I didn't do as many versions as I wanted. I wanted a version 2, version 3, and really to hone that in. And I never got back to it. I need to revisit that one day. But yeah, as far as least favorite, it's those that I don't have the time for. Those, welcome back, Deadly Will. Welcome back. My least favorite creations are always the ones that, either that or the ones I don't get done. I was working on the most recent one that sticks in mind is my Andor CMF. I don't think that video will see the light of days. I might show members at one point. I got a load of little builds that I could just post out, show the members, just in case that's something that, you know, might help you build in your own custom mocks. Who knows? But for the scale of this initial polybag build, this polybag isn't the set that we are building. We're building one much bigger. That's the body of it. This thing's going to be tiny. Lego is awesome. Yes. June 1st saw a load of new releases. I do cover this in the video, but it was 102. I'm pretty sure in saying it was 102 Lego sets that come out June 1st, which, you know, considering there's 3 Star Wars, I think there was only a handful of city sets as well. So there must have been there were a load of creator. I think every theme just had like 5 sets coming out. So it adds up, and you know, we're at 100 sets before long. There's still 48 that we know of. One for Star Wars, we got 1 July, 1 August, 1 September. Expect many more. Many more August sets. July's is the B1. I've seen a few of you actually say that a regular brick built B1, rather than the B1 and Speeder, a B1 would have been a better idea. And yeah, I think a B1 might have been. Waited long for this. Yeah, this was recommended like a week ago. That is quite a long time when you're building Lego. The amount of Lego I have touched since then, way too much money. But yeah, the B1, I might have to try and part out just the B1 and not the Speeder. That's gonna be our next upscaled project, I think. After we finish off Grogu, we'll probably do something with the battle droid. Maybe building the little B1 and Speeder massive scale. That would be fun. I'll look into that, because the hardest part of that would be the translucent pieces, but we've got the trans 2x2 round bricks. I got plenty of these. These would be the bar element to hold it up. It would just be the dish at the bottom. Maybe there's an advent calendar. I'll have to find the Star Wars advent calendar, and it's a very similar build to the Speeder we got in the battle pack. but it's on a 3x3 green plate. I don't think I've got enough of the green pieces for it, but yeah. Doing a modification to the ATTE where it can slide out an ATRT. I've seen a load of people build something like that. I can't say I've seen any tutorials for it, mind you. I haven't given it a go myself. UCS ATTE definitely needs an ATRT with it. That would be fun. I'd also like to see, so the turbo tank coming out later this year is a set that we had quite a while ago. I think one of the first turbo tanks even had an alternate build to it, and the alternate build was building it into a pod racer. Does anyone remember that? The turbo tank that could turn into the pod racer. Wouldn't that be awesome if Lego did something like that for the new one? I know we've had turbo tanks since, but the turbo tank pod racer, or just an alternate build to a set. Again, that's why us mock builders are here, to build pod racers out of it. Have I watched the Star Wars movies? I have. My favourite one is Attack of the Clones. By quite a bit, I realise. The more I speak about it, the more I'm like, oh yeah, there were a load of good moments in that movie. But a big fan of the prequels, Clone Wars. We just started actually. My fiance, when the new Doctor Who started coming out, we went back and watched from Donna Noble's episodes. Any Doctor Who fans out there? And we've just started watching back from the first episode, starting off at Rose again and watching through them all. Hello there. About games, of course I remember you. Want a new ATPT? Like a Republic ATST? Oh, I like the... I think, yes, that's what we were speaking about on I think it was Saturday's stream. The PT. Wasn't that from the same... Oh, I don't know if it's from the comic, but it appeared in the same comic that the Republic AT-ATs appeared in. But I'm still working, actually, on a custom Mimban. Battle Pack Trooper, something like that. I realised, besides the actual Mimban Trooper we got, I'm pretty sure we've got so many Imperials that we've probably got enough parts to do it. Yours too! Oh, nice! Always nice to meet a fellow Attack of the Clones fan. Don't really bump into many people saying that one's their favourite. Need a new Playscale Django Slave 1. One rumoured for August. Hopefully, I think towards maybe the start of July. Maybe the start of July we'll start to get a load of the leaks and bits coming out about that. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, I am. I think it will look quite nice. And ignore any background noise. There's who knows what going on behind that door. Yeah, sorry for that. Watched Andor yesterday. Now you watch the whole Andor series. Oh, the finale. We had the finale of that. Then this Saturday just gone, we had the finale of Doctor Who. Everything's ending and we've got nothing to look forward to. We got no date for Shadow Lord. We've got no date for Doctor Who. We've got a few shows coming out. Excited for the end of Stranger Things. But yeah, the whole Andor show leading up to Rogue One. That's it for Andor. Crazy, isn't it? So the playset scale is... hello there, Captain Burrow. Nice name. The playset scale Slave 1, if any of you remember the Book of Boba Fett one that came with, I think it was a Gamorrean in Carbonite. I should have that laying around. The new Boba Fett, and also came with the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, with the Beskar spear. It should be about the same size as that. The piece count's looking to be about the same. So I wouldn't think it'd be much smaller than that. Members do get a 3D printed tile, by the way. Need to move that out of the way to get to the jumpers. Yeah, it should be pretty similar to that scale. Maybe a few extra pieces, and it might be just a little bit smaller. But I would like to see the 20th anniversary Slave one. You know, the Boba one that was quite decently sized, probably about 130 scale. No, not 130, 120. 120 scale, 120 something scale. It would be nice to see something like that. We've got the recolor that we've done. Check this out. If I can free it from its display shelf. There we go. This is what we built. Missing the cockpit. I don't know why I took that off. Maybe to get to the figures inside. And it also fits 3 minifigures, just like the UCS version. I think this would be a perfect scale to release. The problem is, Lego just done the UCS version. So, and the Microfighter, we've got the Plo Koon Microfighter. So I don't think Microfighter or this scale would work too well because of how close this is to the UCS. So the playset being smaller is fine as long as we get a set like this in about 5-10 years time. Hopefully 5 years. Don't want to wait too long for it, but this is a nice comfortable scale, especially for displays as well. I think more people will be able to display this than a UCS set. UCS sets are expensive in price and expensive in the space that they take up. And we also built little, what's the Sonic? The thermal, no, not thermal, the chargers as well. That was a fun build. It's a recolor from the 20th anniversary. A lot of the pieces do exist, so you can get them. Some of them are quite rare. But yeah, it was fun going back and building that. One of my favorite sets to build, and I've had so many of you reaching out about the UCS Slave one, saying how fun a build that is. I'm so excited to be building it. Do I have the 2005 Boba Fett with arm printing? I don't. My first Lego Star Wars figure is the Phase 1 Clone Trooper from the 2008 Battle Pack. So still no minifigures predating that. Well, unless you include the anniversary minifigures, they do have that printing on the back. I think Luke is the only figure. It's the newer Lego printing and probably a newer white color. I don't know if that changed in the early 2000s, but other than that, it's pretty much the same as the original. What didn't you like about the new Bail Organa Atomic Bricks? Because I think the big thing is it's different. It's not Jimmy Smith's. The difference can be hard to follow along, especially if done too much. Could they have waited for Jimmy Smith's to have been free and played it around that? We've seen Star Wars schedule. They're not busy. They could have waited. Maybe some of the other people couldn't have though. Oh, thank you. Diddly will. Yes, I've built this collection up over the best part of 20 years. So it's a lot, well, 2008, 17 years. So it is, it's very colourful. It is. We got the blue drawers, we got the orange shells. I do like a bit of colour, even though Star Wars is mostly white, grey. We've got even more white. That's an R2-D2 shell. We'll excuse that because that's all R2-D2. So that's going to be the same colour, but yeah. I don't like the new UCS one. I think the UCS one, it's mainly for collectors, you know, it's not the set that you walk in and go, oh yeah, I'll have that, you know. Oh, if it hits the gift with purchase threshold, that's definitely for people with bigger wallets. So I'm so happy to have it ready to build at 10k subs. The 2005 Bova's worth £2,000. Makes sense. Is that the arm printing one? So cool. Thank you. When am I building Grogu's pram? So I'm still working on it. I've gone through like 3 different variations of slopes, and honestly, there's probably about 3 different streams in themselves. Probably not. I could have done it in one. But I'm building it off stream, and there'll be a video out when I finally have something to settle with. The biggest problem I'm running into is the part. So as soon as I know what sort of slope I want to build, I might go with straight slopes. I think straight slopes, for the look I'm trying to get, I need some straight slopes on the side and then round it off on top. But yeah, you'll know when that video's out. I'm hoping to get it out maybe later this week, latest next week. We'll see. What do I think of Pez dispensers? I think Pez dispensers, the reason Pez dispensers aren't a cash grab, I forgot to be building this. The reason I think Pez dispensers aren't a cash grab is because once you've got one Pez dispenser, until it breaks, you really don't need another one. It's one of those things, you get it to dispense the Pez. So from its actual use, it's kind of like certain Lego sets. You know, Lego sets are meant to be bought, played with, built, and then broken down, build something else. Lego advertised creativity so much. In Rebuild the Galaxy, there's a ton of rebuilds. Are the rebuilds in Rebuild the Galaxy actually able to be built from the Lego sets? I don't think they are. I really don't think they are, but maybe some of them can. And a lot of sets, exceptions, Ahsoka Zeta, the UCS Slave one. You know, UCS sets can't be built with other sets. They always have some amount of exclusive pieces. But yeah, Pez dispensers, I think people that are buying multiple want them to display. So cash grab, they're redoing. I've noticed Star Wars at least, they're redoing a few different characters again, re-releasing them in different packets. But no, I think they're all right. If Lego isn't a cash grab, Pez dispensers are safe. I mean, Funkos, those chrome variants, all those different colours and art styles of the same pop. I know they've switched it up and they're doing unique ones now, but at some point, maybe. First figure was the Pilot Skywalker from the 2018 Starfighter. I've got to get this up. This is the... Is this the... Oh, it's not the Eta, the Delta. Yes, the Delta. Not a terrible set, but again, we're looking back at 2018. The Delta came with R2-D2 and a Clone Wars torso Anakin, a black Clone Wars torso Anakin, not as accurate as the blue and purple we all want, but that's a decent minifigure, probably worth more than the set was back in the day. Where did the mini kit from? Oh yes, the mini kit's currently on my desk. It was between that and the Star Destroyer. So I decided to put the Star Destroyer. That is Lego. I didn't 3D print this as much as I'd love to. Maybe I can 3D print it and keep it kind of built and then part out the actual Lego one. But the mini kit is currently sitting where the Boba Fett was on my desk. It's still built. I haven't broken it down. Try parting that out. I need like a drawer for it. One of the big ones back there. Hope I get 1 billion subscribers on YouTube. Oh, thank you. We are aiming for that. I don't think. Right. This is going to be clipped up if I ever do not YouTube. But I don't think I'll ever stop making videos, making content, and building Lego for sure. Never stop it. Lego is an addiction at this point. Never stopping that. I think you should do alternate builds for the battle packs. I did a 501st. I've re-uploaded a few of them onto Rubricable, because I noticed a few of them were missing. And I should do more for the 50. I should do more for the new battle pack. I think we did 3 of them initially, but I definitely revisiting them. I'd stack them up. A lot of the recent mocks we've done with small sets, like Rex's Y-Wing. I know that was a year ago now. Crazy how time flies. But a lot of those mocks, I stack like 5 of the sets on top of each other to get all the good parts. With Plo Koon's Delta, let me grab that. Where did I put it? Down here. With Plo Koon's Delta, we've actually used the base from Kenobi's and then parts that aren't in the microfighter. Sometimes you do need elements that just aren't in the sets. I've seen someone use, is it Jedi Bob's and then the blue creator plane? That one's pretty cool. But sometimes the best detail and accuracy you can get is just by raiding your parts, finding some common elements that have appeared on a few sets, and then raiding Bricklink for the rest. You eat food, crazy. What do we all have for lunch, dinner? Depending on what time it is. Dinner time around here. Nice fry up. Oh, that was nice. Thank God the mini kit, it's okay. It's safe, it's all right, unlike a few Star Wars characters. Gonna make the AT-RT. Nice, for the ATTE. The AT-RT for the ATTE. Yeah, it's in looking back, I think it was like the early 2000 sets, weren't it? I got a few questions about my favourite 2001, 2002 set. I think Lego have gone from being more accurate. Vader, the old Vader minifigure, I didn't realise, has 3-4 different versions. You know, the one with just the chess piece in the middle? There's like 3 different versions for A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. We haven't seen that for the best part of a decade. That is crazy that Lego don't do that anymore. They did. That's the problem I have with it. One point in time, Lego focused on that, and then they stopped. They're making more Lego sets now. Vader isn't the only main character. I guess there are a few excuses we could throw out, but, you know, it'd be nice to see Lego go back to that. It would be nice. See a bit more accuracy, especially for some characters like Vader. There's so many Vader sets. The Star Destroyers from A New Hope. We've also got What else is Vader in? We got key rings. They can give each a key ring. I'd get a key ring of each of them. Is it? Oh, I see. Pop. That's blown my mind. I do not process that. This is how we're going so far with the AT-M6, the all-terrain Mega Caliber 6. That's quite cool. My tips for getting subscribers. So the big thing with subscribers, I know there are a few videos, you know, how to get subscribers quickly. Those do well. People subscribe to them videos, ironically enough. Normally, I don't know if they have any good information. Maybe I should check one out. But the big thing is consistency, and it's not daily posting, daily upload. You'll notice I don't daily upload. I do try, but if I can't, I don't try and stretch it. And it's a lot of engaging with the audience. You know, like here on stream, getting to talk to all of yous. It's not only fun, but also helps in the long term. I guess they're my biggest tips. By consistently posting, I mean not, you know, posting 5 videos and then giving it a week. Try to delay them a little bit. If you are busy a certain day, maybe just have a little short. Shorts has done great things for YouTube in the sense of you no longer need to post like a full 40-minute video every day. Shorts are cool. How long did it take for me to get 1,000 subscribers? So this, a little ago, we hit 1,000 May. It was May last year, so it was about a year ago I hit 1,000. This year I've been doing YouTube for 5 years. So it took about 4 years to get my first 1,000 subscribers. And a lot of those videos, I mean, I took a year break in the middle of that. So, you know, it's not exactly 4 years of hard work, 3 years of work and a nice break in between. But yeah, it's not something that can be speed run unless you do something too crazy. But usually you'll see quite a quick drop off for that. I'm happy we got some steady growth going on and we're approaching 10K a year after 1,000. So just a little time zone, time frame. I hit 500 just before New Year 2023 to 4. And then May 24 hit 1,000 and you know, it's June 25 and we are quickly approaching 10,000 subscribers. That's nice and fun. How does this connect? Onto the head now. I have no idea how this connects. When camping. Oh, nice. Should you do 5 first or 212? I'm going to say 5 first, but I'm also going to say, could you do both? Could you, maybe not both at the same time, dependent on the parts you're using, but maybe build one, recolor it, switch it around, you know, and build the other one later. Oh, that's how it's done. That's quite smart. I know it's a Lego build. Should expect that by now. Only so many times I could say it. And then we've got the little visor as well at the front. So this is becoming the head of the AT. Really nervous for streams. Streams isn't something that I guess needs to be done. I know a lot of people prefer streams, but over streams, especially when you're growing, I do a lot of this parting out, building off camera. So I decided to stream it. You could time lapse it. You could turn it into its own game. Try to speed build perhaps and just, you know, go through how you built it. I've also seen a lot of people that chop it up. So they'll be building bag 1. That's where it cuts. And then it comes up to a fancy little piece. That could be quite a fun video idea as well. Hello there, Bear 7020. What am I up to? So at the minute I'm building the AT-M6, but this is only the poly bag. We're then going to be parting out the massive set and building that later on in the week. I want to try and get Thursday, Friday to build it. I've had a little look at the instructions and given we can part it out today, let's keep building whilst we talk. Given that we can part it out today, there's 2 pages of parts. I've noticed for the bigger sets with 3 pages, it takes us 3 streams. With small sets with only 1 page, it's an easy 1 stream. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to get it built in 2 streams. that case, we'll get it done by the end of the week, and we'll be able to take a look at it as well as the minifigures in a second. I still have... That's something I found hard whilst organising my pieces. Whilst some parts are half organised, trying to find the 2 different containers with them in has become a little game. Yeah, streams is something, I think when you're ready, you'll know for live streams, because there is so much that can go wrong. How many times have I just wiped half the pieces off the desk, dropped what I'm building, broken it, missed a piece? You don't need that stress. You really don't. But yeah, when you're ready, you'll know. And then you'll just hit the live button. Apparently I did it early. Still don't know when that stream was. Definitely an accident. Did I know that in A New Hope, R2 was meant to speak fluent English, but Lucas cut it out? I like the whole point that on set, you know, R2, Jabba the Hutt, Chewbacca, Peter Mayhew for Chewbacca just shouted Chewie's lines, and they had to go through and cut it out every time. I like that fact. Star Wars will never get boring. I also saw another clip from Rogue One of Cassian Andor, Diego Luna. There you go. That's another name that will pop up in the description after YouTube processes video. He was saying about I think it's Mexican, R2D2 sounds like Arturito, which is Little Arthur in Mexican. So there's this giant population that know R2 as Little Arthur. I think that's quite beautiful as well. I like the little language subtleties as well. 212 tomorrow. That sounds like a good idea. Hello there, Lego Cole. Thank you for asking. I'm doing good today. I'm doing very good. How are we all doing in chat? Any other Lego building? Do I think you should quit YouTube? No. I don't think anyone should quit YouTube. Maybe you just need a break. A break from the YouTube. And then back to it next. Back to it when you're ready. Yeah, once you're on YouTube, it's hard to quit. Because, you know, even if you were to go back and delete all your content on YouTube, there's a clip somewhere. Someone's kept something. Someone's, you know, shared a link to someone else. Or, I mean, the sad side of YouTube for bigger content creators, someone's, you know, ripped the video and uploaded it themselves. Some people try. I'm building the ATM6. I need to have that written down so I can see it. The ATM6. This is the poly bag. And then we're going to part out the big one and start building that. Spider Holland's building the new vending machine. Going to switch the minifigures for Marvel and Star Wars. I want to pick that up because I think it'd be cool to have a bunch of different minifigures. I always say about so many ideas I have, I could whack the minifigures for those sets into that. Just one fig from each. And now decide which one I build. You know, shake it up a little bit. That's going to be so fun. Hello there, Darth Nihilus. Same for Darth Vader in the fact he had a different type of voice than we hear in the films. Yes, because it was Prowse that, you know, spoke Vader's lines. James come over to do the top. And then when Vader got his face revealed, it was Seb, wasn't it? 3 different actors just in the original trilogy. Then we have Little Annie. We have Hayden. And then 5? Do we have anyone else involved in bringing Vader to life? I think Hayden stepped in Revenge of the Sith and other appearances. So maybe there's 5 people there. I think I'm going to try and build a Fortnite mock. I built Fortnite when we played it first in Lego on the channel. I think it was with the Marvel season, wasn't it? Mysterio's little spawn we built. And I was going to do it for Star Wars, but there's just no story this month. Where's the story? It's like Jar Jar in a wooden hut. Fortnite is quite fun to build, especially in build mode. Trying to get some of them structures. They're cool. It's quite fun trying to build, because you've got like the different materials. You've got the different types of bricks and, well, I guess walls and floors. Not quite bricks. Might buy Repo soon. I think we're going to be playing Repo here. For those of you that don't know, every Wednesday is Repo Wednesday. Or Weepo Wednesday. Kind of works. And we play Repo with you, the viewers. Yes, there's Still a solid 2 spots free in our lobby for Wednesday, if anyone does want to get Repo and join us there. But Repo is a ton of fun. I found out, I have been training, I have been practicing so I don't fool myself on stream. That pocket cart is my new best friend. There are so many tricks you can do with it. Yes, I think I'll be getting the pocket cart as soon as I see it, trying to smuggle that at the shop. We don't know how to make windows like ones in the middle that's straight and the other ones on the side a bit angled down, like those townhouses. The ones that, I tell you what, I could probably show you if I can find my window elements, because usually there's 2 elements you're going to want to keep an eye out for windows. And look at that, both of them next to each other. It's like it knew what I was thinking. I very much doubt that, but it is like it knew what I was thinking. So there's 2 elements you'll need for the angled windows. There's, at least locally to me, you get the 3 windows that have the sort of angled one. These are all flat, straight vertical windows. And the up house. The up house uses the exact same thing, and I use these hinges right here. This is your best friend for any build. I used to build, I built like an old, I think it was a Lego store or something. I'm getting these faint flashbacks to when I was little, and I used some of these to hold the door on at the angle. This is before I was fluent in snot bricks and all the other different techniques Lego have to offer, but these angles here help a lot. And then you've also got these elements. They come as 2. Technically, they are 2 different elements. It's the hinge that clip together, and then there you go. You've got your angled window, and that leans away or towards the house. You're building a little roof. You want a little angled window on that roof. These are going to be your best friends. And besides that, I think there's a few other techniques you could use for tight scenarios, but most of the time, you can work around those. So give that a go. And if you still need help, let me know. Hello there, Pace Fire. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, they are pretty cool. Might buy. Would I know? Yes. Everyone likes to subscribe. Thank you. Please do. Do I have to be on a specific level to play? Oh no, Repo is open to all. If you're playing for the first time, feel free to join. It is meant to be a horror game. It's like a soft horror, a few jump scares and a few monsters that chase you around. Nothing too scary. We're not talking like, what's another horror game? Kind of FNAF style, but Lethal Company. Think Lethal Company with a few FNAF, like jump scares and moments like that. But anyone and everyone is welcome. And if we have enough people to cycle it round, then I'll do, we'll switch it up every death. We'll cross over lobbies. And once you're added, good thing with Repo, once you're added, is it's easier to join in next week. You're the chosen one. No problem, zombie guy. Did I know in 03 Clone Wars, they show how Grievous, it's Windu, isn't it? Windu tightens Grievous's ribs around his natural lungs and gives him asthma. Funnily enough, that's how I got my asthma as well. A Jedi come along and tightened my ribs. I don't think it works that way in science, but it is really nice to see a canon universe for that. Asajj Ventress gives Anakin his scar as well. That's a fun fact that pops up from there. Played worse than Repo. Oh yeah, Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider's a different story, isn't it? Oh, thank you to Luxon for the €20. Crazy. $22.77. Don't know why it's come up as dollars, but thank you very much for the tono. I appreciate it. It's basically paid for all these pieces right here already. That's why he always coughs. Yeah. It's nice and fun to see a few of the other in-universe reasons as to why, certain characters are certain ways. See you later. May the bricks be with you about games. Thank you for chilling. I don't know where the other side of this slope is. I might just bring the drawer over. We've got a few, thanks to Star Wars having so many shows, we've got a few different reasons as to, why things are the way they are. Leia remembered her mother. That was an overlook on the editing. Lucas didn't want that in. But the reason she remembered her mother is either a mix-up with Breha, having an adopted mother. We don't know about that. I don't even think we know much about Bail given the original trilogy. So that's quite fun. But in Kenobi, Leia was then told about Padme by Kenobi. So she does have these memories from when she was young. She didn't experience them, but in fact was just, you know, told by a family friend. No problem. I love my builds. Oh, thank you. I've done quite a few recently. We've got a few coming up. I will say, someone left a comment. I don't remember names of comments. I'm rubbish with names, but I recognise a name when I see it. So let me know if this was your comment. But, oh, should have said that. Everyone's going to say it now. I saw a comment about Plo Koon's microfighter, asking if there are any more that I'm building. And I do want to go back and build a few microfighters. Because trying to build a ship into fig scale, that's one thing. A microfighter is so redundant. And I've, you know, shot a few shots at this Plo microfighter. So I best take my own advice and fix up what I think is wrong with it. But I want to find a windshield for it. For the microfighter. Rather than a microfighter, because they tend not to have windshields. I think the gunship did, unless that was in a battle pack. I want to find a windshield that fits on the microfighter and looks good for the Delta. Because then it's just a tiny Delta, but I think that's going to look so cute. Anakin's mother's actor is actually Swedish. There are so many. That's cool, actually. I wouldn't have guessed that. Mind you, I don't know. I probably would have guessed English just because, you know, most Star Wars actors and actresses are. That's very naive on my part, though. But yeah, Swedish. Oh, nice. I wonder if she's been in anything, because that's something. Star Wars actors are in everything after Star Wars. It's like you show up in Star Wars and everyone wants you. I've seen Dedra Miro's actress. I don't know her name. Sorry about that. But she's in another Disney Plus show about a missing kid, I think. Normally something I really wouldn't watch, but she's in it. She was amazing in Andor. And if I ever get spare time between everything else that I'm watching, I might have to watch through that. just because she's in it, honestly. That is a clone helmet. I can wear it. And fun fact, it was my very first 3D printed project. Yeah, I started off big, literally massive for a 3D printing project. I haven't really shown you, I've put it on a few times, but I haven't really shown you the inside. So let's get a close-up of that. It does have a back, which does fit on, but I never looked for a material. I wanted to hot glue a bit of material so that it flops out like we see the clone helmets doing. But here we go. Even with my hair up, it fits. Good soldiers follow orders. There we go. It is wearable, but take a look at the inside. So it's padded out. It's padded. It's very comfortable. This foam is, at some points, I think I've double layered. Yeah, I double layered the top. You can see there's a step up on the inside. So I double layered the top, and it's mostly red. There's the white panel. And, oh, is this not the one? No, there's two white panels. I thought there was one white, one yellow. Two white panels. And this got 3D printed. Well, I finished it, I think I finished painting it like sometime last year, maybe the year before. But I started that like 3 years ago. It took me a year from like start to finish. Really 3 weeks of work. But it is pretty fun. Yes, thank you. Is that 77? Oh, nice. Pedro Pascal is Joel. Yes. Last of Us Season 2. I didn't know how they were going to set it up for a Season 3. No spoilers. Don't worry about that. And they did it well. But I'm now even more so intrigued how they're going to go about the next season. I have no idea how they're going to... Well, I kind of know how they're going to end it. It's got to be something like the game. I wouldn't be surprised if how popular it is when we were playing Fortnite, booting up Epic. Turns out, pure coincidence, you know, nothing to do with the show being out. But it turns out it's a bestseller again. Which is awesome to see. Last of Us being a bestseller so long after it's been made. I wonder if they'll do like a part 3 to the game, a third part. It'll be interesting to see. He plays that role well though. So many Star Wars. There's a new movie, isn't there, with Natalie Portman? What's that called? Because I'm sure that would be good. I mean, again, someone that's probably had better performances outside of Star Wars. Nothing against the Star Wars performance. Padme's awesome. But I've seen a few good things about her performances outside of Star Wars being a lot better. And how, after watching them, you know, wondering what Padme could have been. But I think it's nice, especially the fact that she grew up with a role, played her in all 3 movies. Not many people can say that. I guess Ewan can. McDermott can. Okay, there's a few people. Windu. Oh yeah, a lot of the Jedi can, can't they? Something about the Force stops them aging. Personally thinks Lucas's version is better than Disney's. Well, Lucas's is in the prequels and originals, because the last special edition, which is the Disney special edition, because it was released by Disney, the first one with a Disney stamp on. Apparently, we will never know, but apparently that was all Lucas's. You know, McClunky and all those extra little bits, they were Lucas's final ideas, and Disney have respected it. No more special editions. They might have enhanced it for new formats, but there's no more changes as far as we've spotted, besides like picture quality and audio. I think The Last of Us will end with just everything and everyone dying. I mean, that's how it's feeling, isn't it? That's how a lot of the apocalyptic. That doesn't sound right. Apocalypse shows end. Sort of everyone dies, but it's how they die that's the big driver of the story. That determines everything. Great. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Got the front arms now. There we go. The front gorilla arms. I'm going to call this the Gorilla 8080 or the Gorilla 8080 because you see the front legs, unlike an 8080 that just has its feet flat, the 80M6 is knuckled down like this. So it is firm in the ground. And these are the cannons that shoot at Luke in The Last Jedi. We all remember that scene. That was like the highlight of the movie. Luke just standing there and taking everything. Well, 2 ended having... Kinda, but if they continue it, you know, if anything continues for long enough, you look at... Go back to Star Wars. I know more about Star Wars, so it's easier to explain it in terms of Star Wars. I think a lot of us know more about Star Wars than some of these. And the sequel trilogy, I do like the idea that if they hadn't brought back, if whoever hadn't brought back Leia, Luke and Solo, and instead just continued it out, I think from a peace of mind, you know, the fact that from the get-go they were told, Lucas said to the original cast that maybe years down the line they'll bring them back for another 3 for the sequels. We've all seen the Luke Leia interview on Blue Peter, which is where I think it was revealed, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think to bring them back and kill them off, I don't think they meant to do it with Leia. I think Leia's was different, you know, with Carrie Fisher passing. They didn't have much choice. They had to wrap up the character. Otherwise, you know, why hasn't she got more screen time? So that was a bit sad. But with the other characters, to kill them off movie by movie, it feels more like the deaths of the Skywalkers than the Skywalker saga. It's putting that last bookend on. It's like, all right, well, I'm not collecting any more books. We're getting a bookend here. Whereas really, if they kept it open, who knows down the line, I guess they don't need any of their AI voices to continue them. Because I don't think we will really get much on Luke. I don't see them doing too much on Luke as to ruin what's already been done. These little snippets like Mando, I think we'll keep up with that. Otherwise, they'd have done it. With the technology they had, I really think Disney would have pushed it. Oh, that's a good question. Do I think that someone will adapt the book comic version of Star Wars into a movie? Because the comic is the only place that shows the lineage of Luke, Leia and Ben Solo. I would like to see a few more comics. What Disney, Star Wars, you know, Star Wars under the Disney umbrella have started doing, and Lucasfilm in general, they never repeat anything. There were quite a few things, even for Indiana Jones. Even, I'm sure Willow probably had like a comic line or something spinning off from the movie. And something they haven't done across all their formats is repeat anything. Marvel do. Disney have a fair share of remakes and different like animated live action types. But Star Wars tend to continue the story. We've seen this with The Path. There's some deleted Clone Wars clips that they could just reanimate. Honestly, they could get away with reanimating, and that would be pretty cool. I'd love to see them in finished animation. But instead, they give us before, they give us afterwards. And I don't think we'd see them necessarily brought into live action, but it'd be nice to get the same era. You know, all I need is someone saying, oh, Luke's off doing this. Oh, Leia, Ben Solo's just done this. You know, those little bits, and it's like, oh, look, this comic, this is happening now. Like in Andor. So we all know Andor's building up to Rogue One. And we all know Mon Mothma goes from being on Coruscant to being the head of the rebellion. Andor starts that, but the story continues in Rebels. And they do reference, they kind of reference each other, I guess. So that works hand in hand. But it'd be nice to see more of that, especially with the sequels concerned. The sequels still feel a bit disconnected, don't they? My most expensive build. Oh, I guess it's Mos Eisley, the Master Builder's Mos Eisley. That's the Lego set. I don't think I've spent more money on a Lego build. Well, unless you count the helmet. Helmet was pretty expensive. I bought a 3D printer for it, and it wasn't this one. It was a bit more expensive, and it couldn't do half as much. But yeah, 3D printer aside, it'd be Mos Eisley, Master Builder's, worth every penny. Even if I did think I wasn't paying that. I thought it was 220. Turns out it's 320. Yeah, I might have thought about it for a bit longer if I realised the price. Here we go. So just before we part out the big set, here's the little poly bag of the ATM6. I feel like the legs need to be a bit straighter. There we go. More! That's the Kylo Ren scene from when he's, I think, in the little cockpit of this. But this isn't big enough. So the set that we're going to be parting out today to build later on in the week. Thank you. The helmet's quite nice. I've not got round to painting it. I want to paint it 501st, maybe Ahsoka colours. What I should do is coat it with a washable white paint and then like whiteboard marker over it. Every single day I'd just do a different helmet. That would be quite fun. But the 5 minifigures from this set, we'll start off with the worst. All right, I don't have the pilot helmet. Here's the pilot for the ATM6. I don't have the helmet for it. It's the correct head underneath. All of the first order heads, I think, were these angry troopers. But this is going to be piloting, sat in the cockpit of the bigger ATM6. And we only have one first order trooper. There we go. Again, same head underneath. Not that you can really see it too well. There we go. This is just a typical first order trooper. I think it's a different variant of the Force Awakens. They did something with the helmets, and I think the lines are either thicker or thinner, but I can't remember which way it goes round. And so my most expensive build was Mos Eisley, the Master Builder's Mos Eisley. We've got a Rebel Trooper. Hello there, Midnight. This Rebel Trooper is different to the other one. I've got the other one. The other one from The Force Awakens had less printing, and I think it was a different style of trooper generally. Oh, there you go. So that's the Force Awakens trooper. And this right here, well, the one with the fully tan clothes, that one's the Last Jedi. I like the beard on this guy as well. Nice strong beard in there, and also some leg details. Maybe if we got it today, there'd be triple molded legs, just like Hermione Granger. We'll put you back in there. And then the other two characters are two heroes. We do have the missing Rey Skywalker. She's not Rey Skywalker. She's not Rey Palpatine but she's also not Rey Nobody. She's past Rey Nobody. Did she find? She didn't find out she was a power. She's just Rey. Just Rey. Formerly Nobody, now just Rey. But yes, we've got this Rey minifigure, which is nice. I quite like these robes, and you can see where they got the white robe design as well for the Rise of Skywalker. Some really nice Rey. Yeah, there was like a million Reys, just Rey. So you go through them all. And then finally, we also have Poe Dameron with his black jacket, white undershirt, and the brown legs. So they're the 5 minifigures in the set. Got those already done. And now we're parting out the set, getting ready to build it. Hopefully we don't have too many missing pieces, but if we do, I'll run through exactly the changes I've made, as well as going over all your questions and any other parts. You know, if you're building a mock, you're trying to find a certain piece and the elements aren't connecting, let me know. Maybe one of us can help. When you were a kid, you thought Maul was lying about... When we rewatched the animated version of Star Wars, finally realised Maul hadn't warned Ahsoka. Oh, he did. Yeah, Maul had warned Ahsoka, but she didn't understand. Season 7, I guess. Yeah, after Maul got cast aside by Palpatine, he was sort of opposing... he was still very much dark side, but he was opposing what Palpatine stood for. So that is nice to see. Why has it got so dark in here? Probably because when the light matches my hand and then comes back, it comes back to me. Can get a little light on. I did have a light on before starting this stream actually, and then I turned it off because we couldn't see the lights in the corner. Quite like that. All right, we've got all the first order parts. The only other white element besides the torso, legs, we're missing the pilot's torso. Does that come as dark bluish grey? Because it's not. It's white. It's definitely a white torso piece, but I guess same piece. The only white piece is a 1x3 brick. Is this going to have a sticker on it, or is this just, you know, just a 1x3 white brick? Because I've got plenty of those. But if we could change it to grey. There we go. As the brightness fixed itself. Did I know game theory? Oh, I know game theory. Thanos can't snap, Solo can't fly, lightsaber can't saber. Dora can't explorer. They're the what ifs we like to see on the internet. Yeah, sad but true. Also, I think, Atomic Bricks, with Chewbacca. I do feel sorry for Chewbacca. That's the one time Star Wars has made me cry. Watching Rise of Skywalker in the cinema. And they killed... I think they just killed off Leia. That brought a tear to my eye. And then later on, they kill off Chewbacca. No, I was in tears. They couldn't do that. And then it's all a ruse. Messing with my emotions like that. That's the only... I mean... You know, I'm not old enough to experience the I am your father moment and stuff like that in cinema. That would have been shocking, but that's the one time. But yeah, Grogu's going to outlive everyone. Yoda with the Force was 900. When 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not. I bet Grogu will. Looking good for 50. But... yeah, Grogu's going to be around. That's a good thing with them using like a puppet, an animatronic and all that for Grogu. The fact that Grogu doesn't speak yet, even if Grogu does speak, his voice will change so much over that course. We haven't heard Yoda in the High Republic. I'm sure speak slightly differently he does, because you pick up different things when you're talking, and you see people generally out and about. I can't give you an example off the top of my head. But once they move places, someone moves from, you know, Europe to America, they'll pick up that slight American accent. Vice versa, the same will happen. Well, no, they'll pick up the accent of where they're moving to. You don't move out of America and pick up an American accent. Could do, depending on where you move. But it's interesting to see Grogu's development, because I'm sure we'll be following it along. I do have R2-D2, yes. Let me get... R2, hello there, welcome, Master Nathan. Nice to see another Master in the stream. R2, which R2-D2 would you like to see? We have Brickheads, R2-D2, right, Brickheads R2-D2. We also have the 2017 exclusive poly bag with the nice 4x4 dome, actually. That'd be quite cool. I don't have an accent. You have an accent. No, you have an accent. Yeah, it depends where you are as well as to what's considered an accent, honestly. We have the droid builder, R2-D2. This one's actually a lot cooler than I thought it'd be, but we said the exact same thing after building Chopper when the set come out. And then, come on, all in one piece, we have the big R2-D2, missing absolutely no slopes. If you could see it from the back, it looked perfect. We haven't stolen them for Grogu, nothing like that, but I'm so happy we got R2. Definitely needs a friend. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and normally my back print in R2. So we've got 8 R2-D2s on display, 8 little Arthurs. That is quite a lot. I'm going to go back through actually and do all the Technic pieces now. We should do them whilst we've got the drawer out. That'll speed things up, won't it? Cool. Yoda once said, do or do not. Yes, indeed. Indeed, you are right. There is no trying here. Thank you. I like the R2-D2 because it's the one that comes with Malak. So it's not the biggest. There is a UCS R2-D2, but it's the one that scales with 3PO. I think that's even better. The fact that it scales with something else. I think it's roughly to scale with the old UCS Grievous as well. That's the big R2-D2 that I massacred. That is the same one. I won't be showing the back to prove it. There we go. Let's brighten the background just a little bit. Do I have the Kenobi series brickheads? I don't. I don't have Mr. Qui-Gon. I don't have the Kenobi Invader. I've seen it for a decent price, and I'm not a massive fan of brickheads. All of these here. Oh, okay, the Iron Man and the Captain America are mine. Technically my brother's that he passed down to me, and the rest of them are actually my fiance's brickheads. Much bigger fan of brickheads than I am. We've built like Cody Rex, but as with all the other sets, I tend to build them and then part them back out, build something else with them. Cody and Rex went hand in hand. I had to break one down, I think, to build the other one. But if you check out, oh, it was mid-April. Mid-April, I went to a shop near me called Argosy, and they had a few brickheads in there. Most of them have gone now. I'm sure most of them have gone after making that video. But there were some really cool deals in there. I have to keep my eye out for any other sets. I've got a list now. I didn't bring it with me, but I've got a list of different parts and pieces and sets they come in. That if I see there, I'll grab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Deadly Will. Most emotional moment in Star Wars was when Luke told Grogu about Yoda and then pulled out the saber as well. That was cool. It's nice to see over generations because I watched my first Star Wars movie in cinema was The Clone Wars in 2007, 2008. Not old enough for Revenge of Sith, but I am old enough to have watched Clone Wars in cinema, which was a great experience. I wish they did that with season 7. Done the last 2 episodes in. I know certain places did do that and did also do the premiere, but near me there was nowhere I could go to watch the first and last 2 episodes. There's a few places up London if I want to travel all the way up to London, but cinema tickets alone are quite a bit of money, you know. To add a train ticket on top, the train ticket ain't going to come to what the cinema ticket does, to be honest. Oh, it's when, yeah. That was the saddest. The most emotional was Grogu, but the saddest, the shocked was when I massacred R2. Live on camera as well. The moment's been cool. When am I going to start live stream for building the Django Starfighter? Dependent how I'm quite... Over the next couple of weeks, I'm a little busy, so I'm gonna keep up these streams for the most part. I can't tell you exactly when I'll be streaming. Like tomorrow, there won't be a stream tomorrow because I'm out tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But there will still be streams for, oh, I think the rest of the week. Actually, this week's a good week. So there'll be streams the rest of this week. And then going forward, it'll just depend what time I'm back. But as soon as we approach 10k, if I think we're going to hit 10k that night, that like if we're 9,995, for instance, then I'll start building it that day. But as we get closer, I'm just going to try to build everything else I can beforehand. And then when we build it, if it's a weekend, I'll probably try and do a day stream. Mos Eisley took, and just the base, that was just the main body of Mos Eisley, I think took 6 hours on stream. The entire set was meant to take 2 to 4 hours. Still don't think someone built that in 2 hours. Don't know how much caffeine they consumed before building it, but that's impressive. Then again, the Star Destroyer. The Star Destroyer we've just built is meant to take 4 hours. It took us 11 and a half. So I might have to triple it. But yeah, then I'm going to start building it then, and we'll go on there. I'm up to date with Stranger Things. I don't say that about a lot on this channel. Usually I get asked and I've either seen like the first 2 episodes or I haven't seen much more of it. Yeah, Stranger Things, I'm excited for the next season because it's meant to be the finale. Haven't seen the trailer. I know that Netflix's event. How can you sit there in a meeting and go, oh, what should we call our event? You know, D23. I don't get the 23. I don't understand that part, but D for Disney. That makes sense. Maybe there's 23 shareholders? 23 companies that they're under? Did it used to be 21 before Lucasfilm and Marvel? But yeah, Stranger Things. The last season was so good. And they're doing one more to end it. I always am amazed when shows announce after a really good season that there's going to be one more, because it's so much pressure. Shows really, if I was running it, I'd announce it after it's out. I'd be like, yeah, that was the last one. Everyone go rewatch that. Because there's so much pressure to put on it. But they're going to smash it. What do I think of Hugbees? How it was actually made? That's here on YouTube, isn't it? That's funny. I used to watch a load of those videos. Are they still being posted? Are there still new ones? Stranger Things has a Lego set. It has the Will's house, and that's nice. But I would like to see for the final season, this is something that Lego could, I think that might have been an idea set, but this is something that Lego could, you know, hop on and, oh, it's the final season, get some merch out whilst it's popular, not even just for now, but to rebuild down the line. So many people would sweep that up. If they did a little like Stranger Things battle pack of the demi-dogs, that would be awesome to get some of those. The way they built those for that set with the creature legs and then like the flower-like head, that's amazing. Definitely a Doctor Who monster that looks like that. What's my favourite character on Stranger Things? And you have the Will's house. Nice. I think my favourite character is Dustin. Is that his name? Is it Dustin? Let me double check. I haven't watched Stranger Things since the last one come out, so it might not be. It's one of their names, isn't it? Dustin Henderson. Yes. Favourite character for sure. Snap. Yeah, it's a good choice. 5, 6. Yeah, Dustin is not just comical, but also the growth of the character, and then the whole when no one believed him last season, and then it's just amazing. I don't like a lot of Netflix content, mainly because they cancel so much. There are so many good shows that could have been, but Stranger Things has done well. I think it's because of the reception it got. How many Stranger Things have Netflix slept on because the first season didn't do too well? I know there's... Oh, actually, speaking of Netflix, didn't they just announce a new Knives Out as well? That's a Rian Johnson thing. Knives Out. The last Netflix Knives Out was awesome. I mean, that's one of the things that people like about The Last Jedi is the cinematography. And I think Knives Out is not as good as Last Jedi. I think Last Jedi was a bit more cinematic. I don't know. They are still pretty cool. They're not Star Wars ships. I think that's what wins it for Star Wars for me. But yeah, there are some really nice shots, really nice angles, and I'm quite liking the story as well of Knives Out. I don't think they all connect. Maybe there's some hidden lore. Yeah, Dustin and Steve. Iconic duo right there. They are really an iconic duo. Need a... So, with this drawer, I showed it off last time. This is my Technic drawer. And this is bags of all the little pieces. So now we need 8 of this element. I could tell you what the name is. Avada Kedavra! But it's yeah, it's one of the Technic linkers. I've got them all in a bag. This would have been in a drawer with like a million different parts. So the fact that I can just, as I'm talking about Stranger Things, pull these out, so much easy. So much easier than it was. And also quite nice because eventually I will split these. So we've got some black and red ones in here, but eventually I hope to split these into separate bags as well. So they'll be sorted by part, by color, and I'll have some sort of like index. You know when you watch an old movie and there's a ton of different, like a ton of different filing cabinet. Men in Black. Men in Black's definitely got one. They open the filing cabinet and they're just like flicking through them. That's going to be me with Lego, isn't it? Hello there, Noah. Do I have Snapchat? I don't. I'm on a lot of things now, but Snapchat, I'm afraid, isn't one of them. Well, I'm not afraid of Snapchat because fear leads to hate and hate leads to suffering. We don't want to be doing that. How many of these? Just the 2. But yeah, no Snapchat. Wrong colour. There we go. I don't know if I would get... Snapchat feels like... I know it's different. I don't want to insult a lot of people here, but it feels like Instagram with the photos. Hello there, 2 Clone Bricks. We are parting out the giant... Oh, what happened to the legs? We're parting out the giant AT-M6 from The Last Jedi. Despite what you think of the movies, I think this is my favourite sequel trilogy vehicle because of those giant gorilla arms at the front that plant themselves and then go absolutely ham on Luke. I'm surprised. Wow. I'm surprised that we didn't get more minifigures in this set. Poe Dameron came in another set. Did this version of Poe? Let's have a look. I'm pretty sure this version, this exact version of Poe Dameron came in another set. And then Rey might have been exclusive. Might have come in another set, but I don't know if there would have been an opportunity because Arcto came with the other Rey. That's the one that I've got. And I guess the AT-M6 driver makes sense. First Order Trooper. Don't think that one makes sense. Because this ship fits 6 troopers. I think that's in the body. It doesn't include the pilots because, you know, the head of the ship includes like 6 figures. You get Kylo, Hux, 2 pilots, and maybe even like a security detail or something like that. There's the First Order Death Troopers in there. But yeah, the fact that it fits 6 troopers in the body. Oh, Rey did come in 2 sets. What other set? Oh, Snoke's throne room. There was another opportunity, that's fair. But instead, maybe Rey could have been left out of this as well. Rey should have been in the Falcon. What is my favourite Stranger Things season? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Ooh, one's a classic. I don't think I pick one for a lot of things. Favourite movies of a trilogy, favourite movies of a set. It's usually 2 or 3. But for Stranger Things, I think 4. 4 surprised me because at that point, you know, 4 seasons in, I'm thinking, okay, I might be losing it a bit here. And 4 surprised me. I like the way they played the story out because I thought, and I still think, 3 very much could go straight into 5 and not many questions will be left unanswered. There'll be loads now we know what's happened, but not too many. But I like how they handled 4. They did it well. What's my favourite? Yeah. 4's a solid answer. I think there's moments. There's moments beforehand, for sure, especially in Season 2. But I have to go 4. I think I should get Snapchat, because then viewers can share collections. I'm waiting for YouTube to do that. I got an email. So, well, basically when it got leaked to the public is when we all got emails on it. But YouTube emailed us creators ages ago to say that the community tab has shifted. It's not called community anymore. I think it's called posts, because the new community tab will allow you to post old community posts, but in this new community tab, and it will be more for the community, you know. And basically absorbing Reddit. They absorbed TikTok, they absorbed Twitch. Now YouTube are going after Reddit, and Google can. They have the money to spend on it, but we've not heard anything more on that yet. So I'll keep my eye out for that. If that doesn't look possible, Snapchat is a very good shout. But I do try to check DMs over on Instagram as well. So if you would like to send a ship or something, especially if you've mentioned it in the stream, definitely send any like videos, link them over there. And I'll definitely make some time for them. So Noah, the set in the title is this. It's not this. This is the polybag. This is the tiny version. We're building the big playset version. But it's the AT-M6, which is the Gorilla AT-AT from The Last Jedi. I always used to say AT-AT, but growing up now, AT-AT just sounds a bit nicer. Poe Dameron's exclusive. What? Is Poe Dameron exclusive? Does he have like a mic'd up head? Yes, he does. Oh no, hairpiece. I don't remember this Poe Dameron figure. Oh wow, it's this figure, but with a microphone on the hairpiece. That's when they were doing a lot of weird things, to be fair. Lego were printing these little visors on the helmet for X-Wing pilots, and I'm happy we got away from that. But that's impressive that they didn't add it to the head. So it's not an exclusive Poe Dameron, just an exclusive combination. So we also got Poe Dameron in another set. We've got the First Order Walker into... Oh, we had a microfighter. Oh, there's a second AT-M6. Oh, we've got to build this. If we have time, if we build the playset this week and have time for the microfighter, we've got to go back and build that. I didn't realise there was a microfighter. We're not getting rid of that minifigure though. That one stays in the set. The Rebel, I think the Rebel should be swapped out. The reason being, we get a driver. But do we want Kylo? Because Kylo... I think Kylo works. We get a trooper, we get the driver, we get Kylo, we get a trooper, we get a rebel. Because a rebel and trooper, I love that about the sequel sets. Getting one of each to build our armies, that was beautiful. But Luke Skywalker. Crate Luke Skywalker. This guy right here. I think we should have got Crate Luke Skywalker with this. This would have been the perfect set. Rey, Poe, we get elsewhere. That's something that deterred me from buying a load of these sets, is the fact that the minifigures were in other sets. I could pick them up in other sets. Something, spoiler alert for tonight's video that goes live after the stream. Shadow right here. I picked up the keyring. I could have picked up the set, but the set costs 70 quid and the keyring costs $4.99. And the power, I must try building the Power Miners drill with Power Miner sets, because I'm sure there's the pieces. Thank you, Franco, for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. If I don't shout out your subscription, you might have channel settings set to private. So it's not I don't appreciate your subscription. Thank you to all subscribers, but I do shout out the public subscriptions. I don't know where that setting is to change. I like 4. I think 5. As soon as I watch 5, that's probably going to be my favourite, because it's got the recency bias. And I think as far as non-Star Wars, that might be the one. Remember Lego Overwatch? Yeah, recency bias is a lot. Overwatch, what set was I looking at earlier today? There was a Oh, I tell you what it was. Because speaking of Eggman, I'm looking at the giant gloves and seeing the different colours they come in. There was an Overwatch. Oh, it was like Trash Town or Junker Town or something like that. There was that set with the bike and the little guy. Yeah, I remember that. That's they were quite cool. I never played Overwatch, but I appreciated the Overwatch sets. They were pretty cool. Some of the scale of them, but the detail as well. They weren't overly detailed. I don't think they'd hold up as well today, but for their time, there's some gems of a connection in there. If you built them, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. Who would I rather fight, Rex or Cody? I'm gonna have to say Cody. Hope Cody's still MIA and I just automatically win. Yeah, I don't fancy fighting Rex. I don't think I could. I think I'd be running away fighting Rex. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm happy I had enough pieces of this. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have these. I'll show you in a second. Put these ones away. Have I seen yellow jackets? I haven't. More real and creepy. Oh, look, this element. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't find 7 of these. Technic is the hardest part to try and switch out when you are parting out sets. If you're parting out sets, Technic's the hardest. Vardy or Bowen? Oh, Bowen. Easy answer. No problem. See you in a sec. Deadly will. Would I rather... Oh, yes. Definitely Commander Cody. Bring the table cam back. I probably should for parting out sets. The only thing is, I'm going to turn around in a minute, be over there for half the time and forget to switch the camera. So I'll try and show you more what I'm doing. Most of this is going to be looking for pieces. But when I'm building the ATM6, I will bring back table cam. Don't worry about it. Candy. I don't have a... Well, I have some crisps with me today. I didn't eat those earlier. But I don't have any snacks for today's stream. No chocolate digestives because of the mess I made actually yesterday. Yesterday I wasn't even streaming and I got chocolate down me from the digestives. Oh, I can't even exploit that. Didn't catch it on camera. Would I rather fight a B2 super battle droid, Jets, or Magna Guards? Ooh. So I feel like the B2s of the prequel trilogy, I feel like they're the easiest to fight because, you know, they just kicked out. I mean, they fire lasers, so they're not easy, and they're metal robots, so I'm dead either way. Magna Guards are too overpowered. I think the B2 battle droids. I think the B2 battle droids are... I don't know, yeah, because super battle droids have the rockets, don't they? Yeah, I'm going to go with a B2. Well, I don't like the thought of fighting either of them, honestly. I think no matter what one I pick, it's a lose-lose. Here's another Technic piece that I don't think I have a lot of. But because it's in black and it's a concealed joint, switching it up to dark grey, dark bluish grey, maybe light bluish grey, maybe brown. That's another good colour that you could pick. Does work wonders. And I'll also have to, after stream, check out, see if I have any of these elements in my to sort pile. Because I bet the 8080 has quite a few of these laying around. Got 9.49 thousand. Crazy. Basically 9.5k, isn't it? Why did I change hello there? I did. To subscribe. I was playing around. I think I cleaned the whiteboard. And started spelling out different things, mostly Star Wars quotes. But I then found out that hello there, I haven't added any brick separators. Maybe I should move to this side. I haven't added any brick separators to that. The same amount of brick separators that are used to spell out hello there. So the same, you know, each of these lines fits subscribe. So, you know, every time I say hello there, someone subscribes. It's law, it's canon. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. In fact, I do make the rules. That one is mine. No problem, Atomic Bricks. Thank you for joining. All right, 88 of these. I think I'm just going to put the bag down here. We'll use that. Oh, lagging. Hopefully it's sorted out. I know sometimes this stream is a bit too powerful for YouTube. Definitely the case. All right. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah. Oh, it's not. I just had the bag though. It's one of these. Is it this? No. No. Does anyone remember which bag I was just holding? No, it's not. Look, there's a few extra pieces that I could have used instead of the grey ones. No. It's not these. It's not these. I might not have held them. I thought I just had these in my hand though. Oh, no, that was the first one. Okay, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. I'm seeing things now. YouTube or Star Wars. If I don't pick Star Wars, Disney's not going to know. If I don't pick YouTube and this stream ends, that could be... we could be in trouble. So I'm going to say YouTube, but you all know what I'm really picking. I'll leave it at that. And my arm's twisted. I can't say anymore. A Technic. Where is... Ah, I didn't have them in the drawer. They were here. Whole time. There we go. One. All this for two. The Andor beams that run through the center of the tack pod, which is the first Andor set, has some of the fancy, the black beams with the, you know, bar holes going the opposite way every other. And those we built ourselves. We used a combination of bars and then we used an element. We used an element to switch between the two of them. I can't remember what element that was now, but we did use an element between them. And that was quite a good technique. Oh, it wasn't that piece I was looking for. It was the ball joint. Okay, that's why I couldn't find it. Looking for the wrong piece. Back you come. And once we get through the Technic, like I said, there's only 2 pages. And a lot of these are 1 by bars, which are also in here, and 1 by plates in grey, black, dark, light bluish grey, dark bluish grey. No white. This is every white piece in this set. It's 1 by 3. That's it. No, I guess there's no white from the outside. We don't get a good image of this at the end. Quite a few minifigures though. Maybe a few red pieces in there as well. Just a few. But first, let's finish up with the Technic. Whilst we got the drawer here, I think it's fairly easy to. And I've also got like the Star Destroyer built, so I'm surprised I've got enough Technic pieces to go through with this. I thought I'd need to steal some from him, but let's not speak too early. Right, how many? 5. There we go. Easier to pour it into the hands. Oh look, we've got the other element here as well. This is meant to be here, but there's one. Get a head start on that. Oops. Oh, 2. Thank you. 2 of them in here. There weren't meant to be any. There we go. Boop, boop. I should get my funnel. I still haven't 3D printed. Someone did comment about a 3D printed funnel, but if you don't own a 3D printer, I recommend a big bottle. And I'll show you with the next handful. What piece do I need? That same ball joint. There we go. Let's grab a handful of these. Oh, okay. Big handful. We want 4. 1, 2, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, right, it's going to be tricky to do with 2 hands. Bowen or Baby Yoda? I think Bowen could take on Baby Yoda. I mean, Grogu's got the Force, but he's not got the understanding of football. And then, here we go. All bagged up, ready to be put away, and a lot easier than trying to shimmy him into the bag. If you tried that, you know exactly what I mean. Yeah, 88. 88 of those. I'm not sure there's 88 in here. There's got to be 88. This is what the bag looks like with 44 gone. So there's got to be probably like 132. Oh, actually, yeah, we'll use the rest of that bag before we start a new one. Let's not go opening all the bags. 2. connector, the twin connectors, the binary connectors. Oh, I am struggling today. I think the thing is as well, when we're looking at connectors, here's connectors, here's connectors, here's connectors, and here's connectors. These are meant to all be in the same place. I have taken them from the back left and just dumped them back in any gaps I've seen. And that's definitely adding a bit of time when searching. They're not flat. It's the right angled ones they're paired with. These ones. Oh no. These are the 3 length. I'm looking for the 2 length. Where are they even in here? They're not. They're in the drawers again. I should back these up as we go through them. I'm not going to, but I should. It'd make it so much easier in the long run. Bowen or Garnacho? West Ham fan. Always going to be Bowen. Is there anyone I'd pick? I don't think there is anyone I'd pick over Bowen. I think Bowen's been amazing for the club. And just got married as well. Congrats. 4 of the ups. Is that ups or downs? Oh, of these ones. We just needed these in red. Now we need them in black. Oh, I instantly locked one. If Des Cam caught that, I'm happy it didn't. These are in. I don't know if I have any more of these, but I know they're in the slave one. If I need to nab them, I can steal them from there. It's yeah, I don't think we have them here, so let's go steal them from the slave one. This is something as well when you're parting out a set. Don't forget that you can just steal pieces from other ships as long as you remember, and as long as you I guess have the intention of putting them back. You don't have to. Bowen or Rice? Gotta be Bowen. Rice was pretty cool. It's nice to see him doing well at Arsenal. You know, for quite a while. I still think, as far as potential goes, I still think he could be doing more. I'd like to see him on the score sheet a few more times, you know, whether it be goals or assists. But it's nice to see him doing well. There we go. These little elements that hold on the side of the slave one. I don't think they use them in the UCS set, but I'll let you know when we hit 10k subs. We'll soon find out. Right, these, I need to organize this as well, because that was the big thing with the, right, these can go in front. Big thing with the Star Destroyer. I kept looking for pieces because they weren't organized. So technique needs to stay in one corner. We'll keep something else in another corner. What is this element? Watch this just be a grill. This best not be the grill that I've been asking Lego to make for ages. Hurricane or Bowen? Bowen. Kane's doing well though. 2, 4, 1, 2, 2, 6. Oh, this does not. It looks like the tiles are the wrong way around. How have they rendered this backwards? Maybe they haven't. Maybe they haven't. But it looks like they did. It looks a lot like they did actually. Maybe they have. I know there's a few mistakes we saw in Ahsoka's duel on Peridia. In the instructions, Thrawn has his legs dual molded the wrong way. They're black shorts with white boots. Definitely not how I remember Thrawn looking in the show, but clearly that's a Lego artistic difference. They've taken some liberties with Thrawn in that set. Changed up a few things, but still the same Thrawn on the inside. Oh, 1. Just had a few of these. 1. Oh no, these are the underside. That's what I did. Oh, okay. Pele or Bowen. I'm not old enough to remember Pele that much. It's gonna be Bowen. I mean, that's even I know that's push. Oh, Oh, there's another piece. Oh, hold on. Do I have a second one in here? Can I do. I do. I wonder if this is from the playset Slave one. They might have done a similar thing, but I don't think the playset Slave one's big enough. It probably had like some windshield pieces going over the sides. I don't know if they exist in a blue. No, still green. That's nice to see. All right, well, change your plans. We're putting these back. Didn't mean to do this. Oh, that's going to be the case, wasn't it? As soon as I broke it apart, I should have known. Let's bring this to the desk. Gives me another chance to show it off. Well, there's going to be plenty of chance when we're building the 10K one. There we go. Lovely jubbly. What spam? Repeating anything over and over. I do look through all the comments. So hopefully, if you do put anything, I'll be able to do it. No spamming, you know, keywords, any of that. Because it takes up too much space in the chat. Which way does this go around? That way. First time. Clearly remember that from when I was building it. All right. There we go. Make sure that's locked underneath. Lovely. And now we replace the little arches. So if you wondered how this stays on, this is in the 20th anniversary Slave one. There's a little bit of technique. It's kind of cheating. Kind of cheating if you think about it, because there's no way they'd be able to do this connection without the brick. But you could say that about quite a bit. They go get away with it by using this technique piece that makes this spin around, and then it's locked in there with a brick going across here. And also a brick coming up in the middle, or vice versa. Brick coming up there and going across. No, brick going across. Oh, I don't know. One way or another, it locks it in the middle here. And there you go. Pieced back together. And looking its best. And it also holds in, the good thing about this model is it holds in a few of the pieces around it, stops them from falling off as well, and also has space on the back for the seismic charges. That's what they're called. Seismic charges. Knew I'd remember them eventually. Oh, there goes one of the seismic charges. All right. You can sit in there. Dembele or Bowen. I think any footballer against Bowen, I'd have to go with Bowen. Bowen every time. Is there anyone? I'm quite big into the history of like West Ham and that, and of course, history of West Ham, history of England. Bobby Moore pops up a lot, so maybe Bobby Moore. Noble's pretty cool. Who else? Nolan. I met Nolan, West Ham player. So I'd probably put him up there, but that's just in terms of experiences. Haven't had any interaction with Bowen, so yeah, went out and stood beside Nolan when he was a player manager. That was fun. Having a little quick convo before the game. Technic. Drop. Yeah, there's not many people have put up above Bowen right now. He's got a good foot on him. Sure. Oh, there's quite a few good foots in West Ham. Kudus is quite good on the ball. Looking forward to see how the team looks next season. Wonder if it will be much different, or if they'll try and keep it, because a few players have left, so a few gaps opening up. I wonder who we'll bring in, because surely they're not like for like replacements. We'll get some new talent and try and mix it up a little bit. Give different people a time to shine. That'd be nice to see. Ooh, I like this element, and I know I've got two of them, but I don't know if they're in use right now. Perhaps over the next few weeks as well, I'll have to get working on my ever-growing part out pile. Everyone's got one. And if you don't have, if you're watching this and you've dressed up a shelf full of models that, you know, you could part out, maybe a few of them have had a piece stolen already. Everyone's got a part out pile, you just don't know it yet. It's there, behind you somewhere. I can see it through the screen. I can't. But everyone's got a part out pile. I had a shelf. I had a shelf full of models that, you know, wasn't... Oh, Jeff Hurst. Bowen don't have a statue yet. I'm gonna have to go with Hurst on this one. Went up to, I think that might have been, I don't think that was a video actually. I probably didn't do it, but I went up just after that statue was unveiled. And quite nice shiny gold, goldish. Might not be real gold, you know, out in the open. But nice shiny statue. 1, 2. What are the T joints in here? Or are they back here? The 1x3s? I'm looking for, oh no, a complex piece. Normally this would be in my Lego head. All right, let's jot this down, because that's going to be a messy one to find. 461037. I forgot the first half of that already, I'll be honest. Right, let's see if I can remember this. Bless you. 4610 4610 371. And that number was 4610 371. That's the one. Lovely. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about with the head, just down... Where is the Lego head? Oh, over there. Just down there, that stripe of yellow is one of those massive heads that all the extra Technic pieces that, you know, I wouldn't use in a mock get whacked in there. So I'll have a little look for that piece later. A 1x4 should be in here. It should be back here with the 2s and the 3s. Oh, unless that's... Oh no, it's right next to them. And then we need to get our big drawer out for all the beams. Oh wow, there are a load of beams. I wonder how... I was at Lego store again, the video will be coming out. But I noticed that well, they were popular, you know, it was Stratford. It wasn't a big day in terms of Star Wars releases. But I wonder how popular they actually are in other stores. Because I feel like people really want them. They'd go to the Lego store for them. Get them full price, get some points back. You know what I mean? That's worth the journey there, with a few other pieces coming out. But I wonder how soon it will be before other retailers start doing sales. Obviously, I'd like to pick them up a bit cheaper than retail is. I'm not going to be picking them up at full price. I don't think Plo Koon's is worth it. The microfiber, if only it come with a droid body, that would be a steal. Well, let's put this guy back. But I don't think, like the battle pack looks good, but I don't need another Imperial dropship. I'm sure most of us don't need another Imperial dropship, so I'm going to wait on that. I'll probably pick up 2. I'll put my hands up, I'll probably pick up 2 of them. I just don't need to pick up 1 of them. I just want the figures. There's a few good pieces. I'm excited for the TIE Defender as well coming out this month. When's the Star Wars magazine due? Let me have a look in case any of you are waiting, because the new Star Wars magazine comes with a TIE Defender, which those nice elements on Ahsoka's Eater element, there's only 1 in white. We did get some in, was it dark red or was it grey? Oh yeah, 2 in grey. This element, we get 6 of them in black. Actually, no. Don't we get 12? Do they front and back them, or do they just front them? I'll let you know in a second. It'll pop up. Someone will leak the image. What was it called? The TIE Defender. The one from Rebels, the one that Thrawn is behind. A month ago. Crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think they do back to back them. So you're getting 12 of that element. It's a £5. It's expensive. That element's worth a couple pence on Bricklink, isn't it? What's it called? The wedge tile. Yeah. Tile wedge in black is worth a total. All right, let's look on averages. Tw 28p. 20 for a one. No, what's it selling for? Oh, 5,000 for 5p. Yeah, but delivery is going to probably up that to 28p each, isn't it? 126 for 11 pence. Okay, that's a lot. You think if that's 12p each, it's nearly coming up to £1.50 just for the bricks. You add that £3.50 a lot of deliveries are. I know I'm saying that, and I think my delivery is £3 something on the website. But that's just whilst I get used to ordering all the things. That's just to make up for any mistakes, honestly. Hopefully that will go down in time. But that's crazy. You would be better off buying the set if you wanted a few of them. So, yep, I'm going to be picking up that magazine. Hello there. What's the best way to source parts? So Bricklink, we've just taken a little look at the minute on the 11th. So in just over a week, the Lego Star Wars magazine in the UK is having a TIE Defender. You might have seen the poly bag. If you are in the UK, you might have. If you're not, I think it's a Din Djarin or Luke Skywalker minifigure. I'd have loved Din Djarin. Still don't own him. But the TIE Defender comes with 12 1x2 wedge slopes. It's the same element that comes in white and dark bluish grey on Ahsoka's fighter. There we go, these elements here. So that white one and this dark bluish grey one, but in black, which has come on a fair few sets, mostly F1 cars. And it's definitely a set, it's definitely a piece that I could have used when building at 5k subs, that Vader TIE mech. That would have come in so handy. So we had a little look on Bricklink. You can get 12 of them here in the UK. The cheapest is, well, the cheapest for the quantity, oh, this is a different piece. The cheapest is about £1.50. Then you're looking at £3 delivery. So you're looking at like £4.50 for it. But the magazine not only comes with those and cool posters, cool comics, but also a ton of other pieces. So that's option one, magazine. You know, in a small, I'd say magazine, and I'd throw in the small sets. You look at Plo's Microfighter. If you don't have the last Plo Microfighter and you don't have the Red Bull F1 car, there's a few rare pieces in that. Ahsoka's Eater, we built it on stream. I've made the video and I included most of the spare parts, the exclusive parts in it. The cockpit isn't the only exclusive part, and actually these wings aren't exclusive. Zane does have a car over in Ninjago, but a lot of these slopes are exclusive. That's something to keep an eye out. Not when a set comes out, but in a year's time, if half of these elements are still exclusive, they probably haven't found a use elsewhere. So they whack them, Lego whack pieces in a set to get rid of them, but sometimes they'll only appear in 1, 2, 3 sets. That's a cool way to get exclusive parts. Bricklink, I'll also shout out Bricklink and Brick Owl. I have found recently Brick Owl for certain pieces is quite a bit cheaper than Bricklink still, so the difference hasn't been made up. And I think that's just because Brick Owl has a smaller base of users. Most people put it into Bricklink and just order without checking Brick Owl. But Bricklink, Brick Owl, and your local stores, if you have any local stores that sell Lego, double check them. But magazines is a shout. If you are in the UK, the TIE Defender, I recommend that magazine. Stay tuned, you'll see a video of me going through it. You get to check out the posters. I'll probably even show off the comic. I don't normally do that, but I'll probably go through the comic as well, because they are really fun. And because we're all Star Wars fans, do you think we're getting a TIE Defender next year or anytime soon? It's in the magazine. We can't say it about the Advent this year, so we have to throw Sank under the bus. Other than that, I think look outside of Star Wars. Look at, I'd say Ninjago. Ninjago's not cheap anymore. But look at the Creator. Creator as a line, especially the animals, have got a few more complicated parts. They're no longer just bricks. And yeah, they're going a bit further. You know, see you, Noah. Hope you had fun. And you're getting a few more, not just Technic pieces, but a few more of the snot bricks. Brickheads is good for snot bricks as well, but brickheads are pretty pricey because of the printed part in them. But yeah, look at the Creator line. In the UK, the magazine is going to be pretty cool, yeah. Put more money into bits. I'd also say, having just been to the Lego store, and that video is out when I end stream, there will be a video out about my trip to the Lego store yesterday for June 1st. first Lego store trip this year. Excited to share that with you all. And again, part 2 will be coming down the line with the bits that I lost, the footage. The lost footage, I guess, that's a snazzy name. But the pick and build wall. Pick and build wall there's some really good parts on it. Right now, there's a lot of like bushes and a lot of extra parts like that. So that's quite handy if you're building any sort of plants or a Felucia mock. I did meet someone in the Stratford Lego store June 1st that was building a Felucia mock. That's a good idea. Go to the pick and build, get a load of the plants, as many plants as you can fill a box with, and then put them to use, because that's why I picked up so many plants as well. One day I'll put them to use in a Felucia's mock. And I think Stratford's a solid store, but for pieces, are there more pieces in, it depends where you live in the UK as well. But if you are able to get into London, Stratford's pad wall, I mean, it's not just the wall. They bring out the boxes if you need any other parts. The service in there's awesome. Shout out Stratford Lego store. And also any gift with purchases as well. I've never been. If you're 18th, you're going to try and watch a Liverpool game and go to the Lego store. Yeah, that's a good idea. Stacking it up. Because then it helps to, well, you're going for the Liverpool game, so, you know, you're not paying to travel to the Lego store. It's like a little free trip to the site. It definitely hit up the pick and build wall. There's some good pieces. There are meant to be, from the last update, some 2x4 tiles. I was speaking to someone about the 2x4 tiles as well. And they're quite a good piece. But it helps to be able to picture, because the build and especially if you haven't been to a Lego store ever, the wall can be a bit overwhelming. It's like this, but upscaled. Blow up this wall and the tubs are like, the boxes. Let me see if I can, oh, here we are. Let me see if I can show you what the boxes are like. But yeah, the boxes that they can bring out of these pieces, there are just so many elements that they've got. And, I would recommend, if there's no piece that you like, if you see a piece and you think, yes, I'm going to need 1,000 of them, maybe grab a big box. But the extra pound difference, there's 2 sizes of boxes. I'll probably include this in my deleted footage video, but you can get this box and there's a box twice as big. I usually go for the small, actually no, this is the minifigure box, not that box, scrap that. This box, it's bigger, it's taller, but you can get this box or a double box. I go for this box because this is £9, the bigger one's £17. You save £1 by going big, but usually I don't grab any of the big pieces. There's a load of big windows, they're handy to grab, but they're so much cheaper. The big elements are cheaper on Bricklink. Even if you're paying delivery, you're worth for them. You can get a lot more online. So I stick to the smaller elements, anything 2x4 sized and smaller, and they fit perfectly in here. You can get so many parts in here. And I found when I've upsized and tried to double up my parts, even with these pieces, all the pieces I fit in here, if I double them and account that extra £1, they still work out to the same value as if I just got the small box. So essentially you're spending £9 or you're not saving £1. You're spending an extra £8, and that's what Lego want to try and trick you. But yeah, definitely a small box of bricks, and there's some really cool dependent when you are going to that Liverpool game. There's some really good building minifigure parts. We've got the brick from last year that's still dotted around. There's a new space torso, as well as a few dream parts. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the parts. Yeah, there's always a few good figures. Later on in the year, we have some Christmas ones, usually Halloween as well. And if there's a Lego event happening, I'm surprised that F1 parts haven't been in there. That would be quite nice to see. The F1 helmet as well, just like one colour. We have like an F1, maybe another space costume. Lego did announce 5 for that ideas and only selected 2 for the set. So seeing something like one of those, I do think Lego are putting out all 5. At some point, we'll see all 5 of them. It's just a matter of time. And probably even more. By the time we get the 5th one, we'll probably get a load more of them that we weren't expecting now. Let's see. Taking a while to load. Good thing I upgraded this for... Oh, it's dying. That's why. Yeah, it's on its last legs. I have been playing a bit more of that tiny Death Star on it. Ideally around November, December time. That's perfect time for the Christmas figures. And you'll also see... You could tell I went around Christmas last year. Not even last year. You'll also get some like snowflake elements, which for Lego building, especially if you're like a Star Wars fan, maybe you're trying to build Anfield using the pick and build. It'd be expensive, but there's definitely some elements you could use. You get these snowflakes, which are really cool to hang on your Christmas tree. Or if you have a desk, you know, you can hang a few of these off the side of it. We've added a few minifigures to our Christmas tree using those before, a bit of thread through it, and then gone by that. All right, now it's just finding out when it was I had the, where was it? All right, I can't seem to find it. I'm not going to spend the whole stream scrolling through, so stay tuned. Once this live stream ends, there will be, you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to, but you can come back whilst it's ended, when it's ended, and there'll be a new video for you to watch. And in there I show off the box. They bring out boxes of bricks that they tip into the drawers, so it's the same thing you see but in a box. It just looks so much bigger. There's probably more in this box. They probably only put half of it in the drawers at one time, but yeah, there are a ton of bricks. I've been going to the Lego stores for quite some time. I mention it quite often. When my nan used to take me there, and I used to be able to get either a cup or a refill my cup of Lego bricks, and also get some of the minifigures in these plastic cases. They used to do plastic cases until they done out with them. And yeah, it's a great experience being able just to, even with the boxes are nicer than the cups, but keep your eye out. November, December time, they have a few Christmas elements. I can guarantee you'll have like red slopes of some kind. You'll have some white plates, you know, to build a Santa. Maybe to build some oranges as well from Halloween. Every year Lego does not fail to do some sort of pumpkin build for the wall. So they'll have a few different fire elements, bones as well. They have a load of those on their pick and build. And I found out as well that Lego, well, if you think you know everything about Lego, the video tonight is for you, because I found out so many different things from that video. It's not Pick a Brick. Pick a Brick is the online service. Pick and Build is the in-store. And when you look at the fine details, mind blowing. I didn't find that out sooner. Miss the cups from the Pick a Brick walls, but the boxes are better. They are. Yeah, it's sad to see the cups go. I've still got the cup displayed on my shelf, but what I like about the boxes is there's two of the Pick a Brick boxes. There we go. I like the designs on them as well. And two of the Pick a Brick boxes is the same height as three of the Build a minifigure. The cups didn't work. The cups did not work this way. The big cups and the small cups were different sizes completely, unless you stack them floor to ceiling. But these boxes are exactly the same size. 2 Pab cups, 3 BAM cups. And also that means 2 of the bigger Pab cups are the same height as the boxes, are the same height as 3 Build a minifigures. So it's nice they work in that way. That's very that has itched an itch I didn't realize I had until I saw, well, I stacked these next to each other. 3 of one and 2 of another. So that is really nice to see. That was done on purpose. The boxes themselves are about 11 and a little bit bricks by 11 and a little bit bricks, just so you can't fill it up fully. Oh, hello there, Alfie. Oh, you come from the lightsaber video. Oh, nice. Could I ever release one about sourcing parts? Totally. I've probably got an outdated one. I don't know about sourcing parts, honestly, because then I can go deep dive. You know, I've collected parts. My first second-hand Lego order was the Republic Venator, and I spent about 120 on all the parts I didn't have. Actually, no, it was probably about all the parts. I didn't put out my collection. All my things, all my sets were built. I used a few studs from my spare parts collection. A little ton of spare parts was all I had. But yeah, 120, and that included the minifigures I didn't have. which at the time was a second gunner, maybe a pilot, Palpatine. I think those 3 figures. I think I had the rest of them because there's a few duplicates, and I shouldn't have spent 120. 120 was a bit of a lot for those elements, but yeah, I'll definitely. Hello there, Owen. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'll definitely do a video on it. Let me write it down. Playing Fortnite. Good luck. Hope to see some more dubs in Fortnite. I might. Yeah, we are going live. I think Saturday I said we'll go live early so we can try and get the last Emperor on Fortnite. We do play games, Repo Wednesdays and Fortnite for the last time this Saturday. I don't know if I'll be playing next season. Maybe. Maybe we make it a thing to play it right at the end of the season so we've got a whole story to work through. That'd be nice. There we go. We are coming along with this build, aren't we? I can't remember where I put these Technic pieces. I have a drawer of Technic elements, which are like 1x5s, and I always lose it. I think it's because it's hidden. But let's double check. I have a few Technic pieces around. I really need to get on top of this sorting. I'll do it one day. I've been saying that for how long? Maybe I've already done it. It's not in. Oh no, that's why. It's got a massive door in the way. I do like the screens. It's kind of like this. This is printed from a 4+ set. This is from a Yavin build in the X-Wing, I think it is. But I like these elements in the Star Destroyer. There's another 2 screens in there. I just wish they were printed. The translucent pieces should be printed. And I also think these from the Razor Crest, these stickers on the inside. So this is printed because it's a 4+ set, but this isn't. But there's no way of removing that sticker. So it should really be printed, and it's got the plain side if you did want to try and hide that. But these aren't the pieces we're looking for, or the droids we're looking for. We're looking for the T's, which are, yeah, 3 tall. Nice. Yeah, I saw that lightsaber collection video did well, which is nice. I did forget, and I do have it ready to add. I've got it on my desk for when I next do anything with lightsabers. The Darksaber, the original Darksaber. It's a black bar element. I just completely forgot about it. So there will be an update, probably short. I won't make another video. Part 3 is a bit much, but let's see a piece from a 4+ printed, but stickers on it. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It is, and I know Lego are switching it up slowly but surely, very slowly, but very surely. And yeah, it's odd the way that works. Maybe 4+ year olds can't work as well with stickers. That I agree with. But then the reasoning for the other, yeah, we'll have to wait and see if that ever changes. Be sure to stay tuned. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, happy to help. It's a lot easier to explain something in a stream as well than a comment section. So I appreciate all the questions. It's not always as easy as a link. Ah, yes. Thank you. I had to double check that I sent you the right, because I forgot the numbers at the end and everything. Took me a while to get on with. I think I only have one of these T-bars. So this might be a piece that we need to finally a piece that I don't have everything of, and we'll need to mock out. So we'll take a little look at where that's included. Oh, wrong drop. Because sometimes the element can be easy as there's a few actually. We can use, let me show you, not that piece. Oh, it's in the drawer. Always in the drawer. So the element we're trying to make, this might change when we're building this, is this piece right here. The T-bar with usually 2 connection points at the top here and 1 at the end. These middle 2 are seldom used unless it's in a Technic build and you're trying to, you know, do something to it. So what I'm going to do to mock it around, I finishing the ATRT tomorrow. Oh, I look forward to hopefully seeing it. Yeah, once you posted a video, drop the link over on Instagram if you have Instagram, and I'll go check it out. It's a nice little reminder then. Oh, we've got 2 ways we can do it. Probably more, dependent on the connection. But we're going to build it so it works with most of the ways. So what I'm looking for is one of these 2-length axles. No problem, Alfie. Ask as many questions as you've got. How do I sort my parts? That's been changing. So it's the perfect time to ask because I'm still sorting my parts. This is my Technic drawer, one of them. I think I'll probably need 2 Technic drawers, which I don't know if I do want to use or if I just want to bag these up and like throw them in a giant head. But I organize these pieces by parts. I have 5 bags of these pins. They definitely need a big drawer. And then I've separated them all by different part elements. You can see like there's one type of axle, and the more I sort these, the more they'll be separated. At the minute, all these little stoppers are mixed, but I have more than a bag. I've started filling up another drawer full of these parts, so I'm gonna have to separate these into the thick and the thin ones. We've also got the actual axles themselves. A lot of the Technic pieces are color coded, so I keep them together because I understand the difference in colors. But if you're not into Technic, it's best to separate them. So have the shorter ones and the longer ones. But I know the gray ones are all odd amounts. So you're 3 length, 5 length, and 7 length, so on. And the red and black, the yellow as well also. And then the red and black are your 2, 4, 6, 8. Easy to remember because they're the color of the 2 length. And there's a few other colors that have been used over the years in some rare sets. The Batcave probably has like these shorter ones in black because every piece in that set was black. But there's a few colors like that. These are all sorted by piece. And then we have my drawers up here. Let's take a look at, for instance, the 1x2s. I have 9 drawers of 1x2s. These are all the gray 1x2s. And I might mix the 1x1s and 1x2s. And then the same for, I guess, 1x1s are the other length. These are most of my 1x6s. We've just milked this dry to build the Star Destroyer. But these are all mixed colours. But I'm trying to separate them. Good luck, Mr. Vader. You got this one. Trying to separate these slowly into colours. Because I've noticed if I need, say, a grey 1x6. I've got no more light bluish grey 1x6s. And say I need one for this build. I'd grab a 1x4, 1x2, 2 1x3s. I could even grab a 1x5 and a 1x1 because I picked up a load of those off of the pad wall. And sorting by colour, for a grey 1x8, a plate is usually hidden, but a tile, especially a tile, is usually on the top of a ship. So if I don't have a 2x6 light bluish grey, I can do 2 1x6s, 2 2x3s, 3 2x2s, 12 1x1s. If I really wanted to be awkward, I could do that. Doesn't always work. Sometimes you need the connection and that depends on what it is. So that's why I sort by colour now. I've started to sort by colour at the end. One day it will come all the way along, and where you're seeing these mixed colours, you know, they look quite fun. It looks like a Lego display. I like the bright orange over it. I think it would look cooler if that square was blue, that square was red, yellow, pink, purple, and they were all separated by colour. It'd just be so satisfying putting in that last drawer, especially if we can like create a little pattern, maybe spell sync out in the background. So these, I think these drawers, the ones with the big ones at the bottom, can't be got anymore. These are £40. These were got from Homebase. Homebase has recently shut down a lot of locations, maybe all of them. So they're quite hard to get your hand on. You might be able to order these online. I don't know if the big drawer ones are available anymore. I think they've gone with all little drawers, but they do the same.
Like Vinted.
Vinted, yeah, Vinted is a good place to check for drawers. So these ones are 36 drawer. I can't remember how many drawers. I'm sure you'll be able to count one of them. But 36, 39 drawer units. Search that and you'll probably get a load of secondhand screw ones. If you wash out the drawers, they'll be perfect for Lego. And these are for, like I said, the 1x2 elements, 1x1s, any little studs. So here's my rounded corner tiles. We've got 1x1 corners, 1x1 with like the half circle on them, and they're just so small they fit easily, like screws, easily into here. If you don't have a lot of Technic, you can whack them in there as well. Only, you know, I've been collecting Lego too long to fit Technic in some small drawers. And then the bigger drawers are from B&Q. These are craft drawers. And I think when I was looking for these, Hobbycraft in the UK had a few good drawers on sale as well, but I just couldn't find any near me. So I got them from B&Q in the end. I think they were like 30 quid at the time, but if you wait around, and the best thing I can recommend is only buy the drawers you need. So buy one drawer unit, as soon as that's filled, get a second one. But hold off on buying them all, just in case there's a sale. Because, you know, as soon as you go and spend, or I mean, I built this up over so long, that's 60 quid, that tower there, plus that's 300 quid. 300 quid of drawer units. And if you buy that all at once, they're going to be like half price the week after. You know it's going to happen. Hello there, Luffy. Welcome, welcome. 1x6s. But yeah, these drawers have done really well. I did have a cheaper drawer unit off Amazon beforehand, and that was probably like half the price of these ones. But the problem I found with it was the plastic was too thin. So I think it dropped one day and it went everywhere. I didn't have Lego in it at the time, I don't think. But yeah, it snapped, and I donated that one. Donated that one to my dad to use for screws because it just wasn't holding Lego pieces. So these are nice, sturdy, secure, and they stack as well. They got little teeth on the top of them if I did want to just have them freestanding. These though are all screwed into the wall. This tower isn't. This tower's nice and wobbly, but I have screwed, even that end one has been screwed into the wall just to make sure, you know, if they fall on a bunch of shelves, but just to make sure they can hold the Lego, because otherwise, if I were to go along and open all of these top rows of drawers, I found this out the hard way. Don't open the top drawers. If I was to open all of these top drawers, yeah, the unit falls, and I didn't even catch that on camera. That's the worst part about it. Didn't catch it on camera. It's like 20k over 2 years. Oh, nice. Yeah, nice little family hobby, isn't it? Gears. All right. Many loose parts, spare parts alone. This, even if you don't break down parts, even if you just have some spare pieces from sets, one single one of these screw units, secondhand, you know, vintage, eBay. Vintage is the new eBay. Does wonders, because you can then organize by like 1 buys, 2 buys, and spread it out, so it's easier to find the parts you need to fix up. And I also keep like the printed parts in a bag just to protect them, though now the printed parts are in a bag with other printed parts, so you know they're not as protected as if they were separately bagged. These Ziploc bags, I don't really talk about them. They were off Amazon. Really good deal for bulk buying Ziploc bags off Amazon, and you don't have to, you know, shop around for them. I got them in a sale as well, so you Google Ziploc bags on Amazon, I was probably paying like 20% off that. Definitely love a good deal here. As a Lego fan, you've got to be hunting for these deals. There's no shame in it. But that element that I was building, yes, I needed the 1x3s, which I didn't think, no, they're in here. Yeah. So to create this, we might have to swap around some of the joints, because the element I'm using for the base does have these axle pins, but usually it's only a 1x2. If it's a 1x3, there are some other Technic pieces. We'll get into that when we build the set. Someone got you unlimited power. That's still overpowered, isn't it? All right. We've got that little pinhole in the bottom. So we're going to grab one of these little pin axle connectors. And then we're going to need 4 of these. I might as well get these out as we're building, because we do need another 4 of these in the set. And I'm interested to see how these compare when we're actually building the model. We've then got another one of the connectors. The funny thing is, if I'd have put the connectors back where I said they should have been at the start, I wouldn't be looking for them now. Should take my own advice and do it. Do it. Use my knowledge. No, these? Yeah. No? There's some of them in here. They shouldn't be in here, but I'm not going to complain about that. Pour those out. Easy to grab from a cup. And then we're going to top it off. Oh yeah, same color. We're going to top it off with these elements, because these will go into the blue pins. So let me grab a few of these and I'll take you through step by step what I'm doing as I do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will eventually 3D print a funnel, but this one's handy. It expands with my hand. I need to buy a load of bags for parts. I think Lego should make Ziploc bags, because near me in the Smiths, not so near me, mind you, but yeah, near me, my local Smiths, the closest one to me. Where did I put the bag? Oh, here. Uses Sainsbury's bags for next door, because Lego just give them the parts, they sort it out. I've seen other places use paper bags, like sweet bags, if you go in an old sweet shop, those sort of things. And my local Sainsbury's goes next door, grabs some Smith's bags. Well, they don't. You know, the Lego ambassador that goes there grabs some Smith's bags and just splits them into there, which is handy because you can go along and build them in the bag as you're walking throughout Smith's, checking out the other new Lego sets. Do love a Smith's. Cooler bags from IKEA. Yeah, they're cooler bags from Sainsbury's that are used. Cooler bags from IKEA must be massive though. They'd be good. Because, I mean, a lot of the other bags aren't much bigger than this. A lot of the cooler bags that I see are like that big. You would be able to fit a small set in that. Maybe a microfighter. Change into Boba Fett. Boba is pretty cool. Is it the Book of Boba? Book of Boba Fett. Because I don't think we've got an original Boba Fett on Fortnite. Oh yeah, we don't need this original piece. I forgot about the pin element. All right, we'll get rid of you. Undo that. So we need one of these Technic pieces, one of these pin bar combination elements, and one of these little Technic connectors that connect to nothing. You're going to want to fit the blue pin in the connector and then the pin side in this, and usually this will suffice for a T-bracket in most sets. Again, you're going to also want to swap out any of the black connectors in the top with those blue axle connectors, but it's the exact same connection in terms of those main 3 points, and I'm pretty sure this is going to work for the ATM6, but we'll wait and see. One way to find out, isn't there? They are massive. Oh yeah, they must have a load of different sizes, but for parting out sets, you know, if you don't want to break them down and mix them in a bunch of drawers, it's quite handy to have those bigger bags. 30 T connectors. If only you could pass a few through the screen. This is what I like about mocking out sets. So the T connectors, I think there are quite a few T connectors in like the old 88. Oh, this probably isn't too different from that 8080. We only got this a few years before. So I must have a load laying around. But I just need to get to sorting out those parts. Need to take a look through. And especially the 8080. That's hogging up most of my grey elements. Get around to sorting that out one day. I don't know though about these 1x6s. Because I don't know which drawer they'd have been put in. I feel like they would have been bagged. Maybe I've put them in with the bars. Maybe they're in the drawer. Oh, that's a good point. 1x3s are up here though. Literally the drawer I just had out, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, they are. 1x3s. Post them. I'm alright with the rebuilt ones. Thank you for the offer. But it would have been nice if I could just, you know... Oh, there we go. Grab them through the screen. I like mocking around different sets because with the Venator, the Acclimator that we turned into the Venator, the home one, the invisible hand, and those annoying little 1x2s, for instance, when I find a piece like that that I don't want to use, it wasn't anything to do with stock. It was purely just dislike for that element. Ironic with a video coming out, but yeah, it was just trying to find a use for that. Doing little bits like this, using my creativity to create pieces that I don't have in abundance at hand, means that I can just skip around those. And we found a workaround for all of them. It was so annoying building the gift with purchase. building the set that we spent, oh, there goes the leg for it. It's meant to have an extra bit on the bottom, but building this gift with purchase that uses the same elements at the top here, those little 2/3 tall snot bricks, and I couldn't find a workaround. I still can't, without redesigning the ship, they can't be replaced. I have to repair that now. Don't know why that leg fell off. Must be the clip holding everything up. But yeah, finding that connection and not being able to replace it, that is fun. Going to start sorting one. Good luck. Good luck, Alfie. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the subscription. Lovely to see you sticking around. Oh, definitely. I recommend starting your channel, and it's fun. It's fun because the amount of comments I get showing me sets and pieces that yellow lightsaber from that lightsaber video, that yellow lightsaber I had no idea about existed until I did my Acolyte minifigure series. And then someone left a comment telling me it already existed. I didn't need to keep getting Lego to do it. So hopefully we see that with Ray. But thank you for your questions. Got about 300 ball joints too. I think yeah, they were on the pick a brick wall, weren't they? The pick and build wall. I stocked up well on them. And the connectors. If only they had the 2x2 plate with a connector on the end. But they had that on the pick and build wall. That'd be a fun one. Might have a bag of these. Because I know I used a load of these on the Star Destroyer, but I had an abundance left. So we need another 2. 2 of the 1x3s. At this point, is there a point taking this? I have cleared, so my mouse can go on my desk if I want to use my... I have a little tray pull out for my keyboard, which you can't see, but it looks like this tub's just floating there. And yeah, I did clear it so that I could put a few drawers on there if need be. But last time I did that, I lost. I didn't even move the keyboard last time. I just put them in front and I lost them. And yeah, that's not a great way to work around. Have a good one. You too, Alfie. May the bricks be with you. Yes. See you next time. See you around. Bulk buy of a company in Sheffield. Nice. Oh, are these Lego bricks? Or because I know a load of people buy alternate bricks. I don't think I could get into that. They're not as good as Lego, are they? I assume you bulk buy the Lego bricks. But anything to save money when it comes to Lego. I just can't commit to that. 1x4. Oh, still 1x... Oh, here we go. 1x6s. This is what I'm looking for. And actually, I'm looking for my bag of 1x3s. Here's another part swap, because Technic have a load of double, you know, these... They're not a plate thick, are they? They're like a plate and a bit thick pieces, these elements here. And then they have a lot of their bar elements. So what you can do is swap out a 1x3 for a 1x3. Well, they've got the axle connectors as well on them. Maybe they won't work as well. Oh, is that? No. I have to keep my eye out for those 1x3s. Right, let's make a note. 414282. There we go. And oh, and this element as well. This is another ball joint element. I wonder if this is to hold up some legs. This is element 4629921. 6299921. Lovely. Oh, we need that many. So I think that's most of our Technic, because we're now going to grey, and I think most of them pure Lego, not Mega Blocks. Could you imagine Mega Blocks being used for? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? I do have for those of you that don't know what Mega Blocks is. It's giant Lego bricks, and they are huge compared to Lego bricks. I think you're looking at least like 1:4 scale, maybe not 1:6, maybe not upscale minifigure. They might be, but at least 1:4. So compared to Lego bricks, they might be compatible. Has anyone tried that? I need to get me some Mega Blocks now, see if they're compatible with Lego, because Duplo might be a space saver, but Mega Blocks is even cheaper than Duplo. You buy so much of it now for so little. Right, where's the double-ended? Right, let's go through the Technic. That's... Oh, I could open another tab. I wouldn't need to remember so much. I have had a few non-Lego elements, and I must say I'm impressed with some of the alternate brick companies. I've got high hopes for Mattel's line. If Mattel doesn't pull through, I am going to be very disappointed, because yeah, I'm looking forward to see what their cars are like. They're compatible. Nice and cheap. Hello there, welcome back. No problem. We've almost parted out all of the Technic pieces. I think the ones that remain are all in the drawers or in the head. Are there any more from the oh, there's a nice cockpit piece as well. I don't think it's a cockpit piece, but I remember it off one of the little Technic models. Yeah, so there's no other... Oh, there's one. Is that it? There's one more. Some of these elements in here. So we need 4 of these. Oh, that was lag on my end. That was my bad. And then we can get on... Oh, look. That piece I stole from Boba's ship earlier. Over here. Hello there, Crafty. No issue buying third-party brick sets, as long as they're original creations. Yes, especially if they're not from existing builds. That droid carrier we had a look at, the mock builder, was like the instructions weren't stolen from or anything. That was a good set. And also because of the restrictions with Lego, a lot better. Well, it wasn't a droid carrier, it was like a robot carrier or something. They couldn't use the Star Wars name, I don't think. But that was fun. And it's nice to see when mock builders are credited for their work, because it keeps them going. I haven't checked in to see if that specific mock builder's done any more ships, but if they have, I hope they're as good as that one. Is there any way you can share your builds and collection? You can send some images over on Instagram, and if you've got, you know, like a YouTube account, feel free to link that over there. I do watch a ton of videos, so I'll eventually get around to them. But it is nice to see what everyone's built, especially if it, you know, inspires creativity. The whole point of me being here showing off my designs is to inspire the next lot of designs, and it does come full circle. So I think the best way is definitely over on Instagram, to link it over there, and then I'll go check it out. I'm not great with checking Instagram DMs, so if I take a while to respond, you have to forgive me. But I promise I do get round to checking them eventually. As long as I don't accidentally hide the comment. Made that mistake, not doing that again. How many? 4. Another job for the cup. There we go. 1, 2. We're using, because of that modification there, we had 4 black ones of these, 4 light bluish grey, and now 4 dark bluish grey of these. Oh, these Technic element, the little connector pin. I didn't realise I had so many of these. They're hidden throughout a ton of the badge as well. Come on, come on, come on. Nope. Come on. Come on. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you back in the bag. That is pretty satisfying. There we go. Let's show this off. And there we go. Nice and easy. Saves trying to pour them, because like you saw earlier, when I was doing it with my hand, they were going all over the... One of them fell off. One of them fell onto the floor. But that's one too many for my liking. We're back to the red bricks. Hopefully we can get most of this parted out today, because that's all the Technic besides the bigger pieces. And the bricks tend to be a bit easier, because I've spent at least an hour of this stream wondering where the pieces have gone. Trying to find them. That was 1x2s in red. 2 1x2s in red and a snot brick. And take a look at this drawer. So these have all been 3D printed. I think, excluding the cost of the 3D printer, these sections, lightning again, no. These sections have been 3D printed. They cost, I think the big ones were like 14p, no more than 20p each of filament. And that's if you buy your filament full price, which I can't remember if this blue was full price. I probably got this in a bulk bundle, so it was a bit cheaper than that. But I've split up the 1x1s with the little inverted bit, the 1x1s without. We've got 1x2s, 1x4s, other 1x1s, ton of different variants of that. Dual-sided 1x2s, the big bricks. The 1x2s with the 2 studs tall, which are being replaced now by the 1x1s by... what's by over here? By this element. I feel like these are replacing them. The little rounded off corners as well. They're so much easier to work with and you can do so much more with them. So eventually they will be going in here, in this empty container. There's not one piece in there that I'm going to get rid of post stream. And then we've got the 1 tall ones and the ones with the studs on the side. So that's how I've split up these. It's working for now until Lego release a brand new type of connector, and then I'm screwed because I'm running out of space in this drawer. I'm going to have to use up one of the little drawers maybe, especially if they're the same colour. Keep the aesthetic going. Oh, and clips. 1x2. A lot of these clips, especially these red elements, aren't going to be shown. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to swap out the red for this nice magenta. I think I got that off the pick and build at some point. Or the the pad wall. I think everyone knows what I mean by the pad wall. There's not actually too many red pieces. Oh no, that's because they're continued on the other side. My bad. I'm not going to dox your account, am I, by showing this?
That's okay.
Look at this. Focus. Look, we've got a look at the How to Train Your Dragon set revealed. It's nice. It's in the MIDI scale of the, the small Stitch. Stitch was in the similar scale. We've got the puppies now from 101 Dalmatians, and it comes with a fish and a little Fury Blast, which is that new Ninjago element. I will say I did want the towel to be that material that could fold in and out, but the fact that hopefully it's a printed piece, maybe it is a sticker, but hopefully it's a printed piece. That's looking cool. The price, I'm so excited about the price. No minifigure, which I'm cool with. I'll make a custom Hiccup. Yeah, Hiccup would have been cool. And surely that's going to be like 30-40 quid. Has the price been revealed? Do we know how many? Was the price on screen? Did I miss it? Probably. Oh, the toothless is cool. I think sets like that work with a Hiccup because it's not minifigure scale exactly, but it's still bigger than the minifigure. So we should get a little Hiccup in it. All right, let's get the drawer over because the red one is a special example. For the red colours, we sorted that. I've got orange in the back. So we've got red and dark red in the front, orange in the back. And again, if I had all my red pieces in here, I might need to break that down a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there we go. Toothless is available for pre-order. $70. How have they managed to convert that? Because I know a lot of the American prices have been going up, haven't they? They have been rising. Hopefully they stop sometime soon. It could be very hard for someone like Lego, but how much is that? $59.99. I mean, it's a bit bulky. Oh, nice. They've used Knuckles' shoulders for Toothless's legs. That's a good piece usage. Thank you for watching, Owen. May the bricks be with you. And the towel. The towel looks like a new element. I haven't seen that before. The wings are the Batman wings. Same old Batman wings. There's some nice piece usage, but is there 60? it's Lego Icons, which is more pricey. You know, it's a one-time thing. Lego are going to benefit from that every way they can. But what was the Simba? This looks so much like the Simba. And that was 30, 40. 115, not that Simba, the other Simba. Oh no, no, Simba's tiny. Simba's 17.99. Simba's a little smaller. That's 200 pieces compared to 800. Is this bigger than it seems? How big's Simba? I've seen Simba in person, the arms, so the head is 4 and a bit bricks wide. Toothless's head is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, this is going to be a bit bigger than I thought. So you're looking like the head is going to be like that big. Okay, that's pretty big. Do I have anything that's that big? No. You're probably looking at like 2/3 of the size of R2-D2. You know what? I don't think this is as overpriced as I'm making it out to be. 40, 50 would have been lovely, wouldn't it? But yeah. Day one is fair because at the end of the day, it's an icon set. And if we want more sets, we really should be picking it up day one. But I might have to wait for that one on sale. Depends how good the movie is. July 1st. Not too long after, to be fair. Yeah, Simba is tiny. And which was the other one? Stitch. Stitch is £60. Okay. £60. Yeah. You know what? Stitch has less pieces. Stitch has less pieces and a lot of the shirt is stickered. Toothless doesn't have those stickers. We do have... Hold on. There's no sticker seam, is there? I can't see a sticker seam on either of these pieces. On the nose. Oh, I tell you why. The nose piece is used on like the shoulders, the shoulder body joints. That's definitely printed. But I can't see a sticker outline on the towel. It might be because I've got a blaring light in my eyes, but that might be printed. That's cool. Thank you. Yes, I will check them out. Not tonight. I'm out tomorrow. So at some point this week, I promise you, I will have a look and I'm sure they'll be amazing. Yeah, Toothless isn't overpriced. I take that straight back. Toothless looks pretty cool. Pretty cute with a fish. I wonder how easily the towel detaches. And what would be cool is if they hid that element up in the mouth, so as you open the jaw, it shot it out. I'm looking way too much into this, but this is a good set. Worth every penny compared to Stitch. I guess Stitch has bigger pieces for the ears. One big piece on each ear. Huh. That's quite a good price then. And the fact that it's an icon set. I know icons aren't always too expensive. But I click on it and I instantly get shown Krusty Burger, good value as well, nice interior, and the Lord of the Rings Book Nook. I like it. I like the Book Nooks, and I do think they've built them out to be the same value. So the pieces are there. The colouring on the Lord of the Rings Book Nook is amazing. That is Lego design level. I could not. If I was creating the exact same thing, given the exact same images, I would never have thought of that. So I'm going to use that nice colouring in a set in the future. I'll be stealing that for sure. If you haven't seen the Book Nook, to create a flame effect, they give a few different oranges on the grey wall. It just works so well. 413. I do think it will be a while before we get any images for the August Star Wars sets, and I know normally I'll end stream, I'll go to sleep, and the images will be out. Knowing my luck. Same like I said with them, you order the units, suddenly they're half price. Always how it goes. So hopefully for your sake, if you're staying up tonight, you get to see some of the Star Wars sets. I don't know if any have leaked as of recording this stream. I'll check the Reddit or something in a minute. But I think it will be quite some time because Lego have really cracked down. All these little, half parts that are being leaked. Oh, that's quite fun to see. It is quite fun to see. I might turn that one down a bit too much. But I'd just like to see the full sets. I'd rather wait for the grand reveals. I think a few of you have shared this as well in the chat. I'd rather wait for the grand reveals than get these little bits every so often. Because it leaves you with more questions, doesn't it? 1x4. What would also be nice is if I had wheels for my desk. Just like dragged it back here, grab the parts as I went along. No, that's like a library or a sweet shop where you've got the ladder. That would be nice. I probably wouldn't leave my desk though. I'd be taped to it, just wheeling it back and forth. 2. Why? You here? You are. Go. 2 of you and 1x6s. And it's little bits. So there's some plates and plates the other side. I need to get on to moving these closer to each other. I think I need 3 of these, don't I? 1, 2, 3. Lovely jubbly. No problem, Atomic Bricks. Thank you for chilling. May the bricks be with you. See you around. Yeah, no stream tomorrow, but I will be back on Wednesday for repo. Always have time for repo. No blue bricks. We're on to black, so we've got 3 colours left. But white and red were quite easy to do, so we might actually wrap up at least the first page within the stream. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, if I can find the elements. Aha! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What did I say? 8. Seeing all these parts listed, there's not a lot of big plates. No problem, Spider Harland. May the bricks be with you. You too. And the pins, which are up here. I didn't really say it at the start, but the reason we're building this ATM6 is because it was requested last week. You might have seen us talk about it earlier on. And if you have any other sets that you'd like to see built, please do. Hello there. Hello there, Pooch. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let me know if not. But yeah, this set was requested by one of you to be built. So that is why we're building it this week. And today, for all the new viewers, we are parting out the bigger set. This is the poly bag. But we're buying out the bigger set of the ATM6 from The Last Jedi. Taking a look at it. Seeing if it's worth buying now. After so many years of it being out. Or if perhaps there are other sets that do this set just as well. Because if you have an AT-80, you could recolor that and give it some nice front hands. That's the big difference. Stylistically, the head's a bit different as well. But the big difference are those gorilla hands at the front with the knuckles right down into the dirt or into the salt on crate. 1 by 1. Oh, this is not a great tub. This is all my 1 by 1 various elements. And yeah, finding these little teeth are like looking for a needle in a haystack. You just can't see. Whoa, you can see right down to the bottom, but there's just so many pieces. This needs to be split up. I'll have to bag this up into its little elements. Look, we've even got these little tassel pieces from some of the Chinese New Year sets. We've got some more of these snot bricks that should probably move into the drawer. Maybe that one can stay. It's a different colour. There we go. 2 of those teeth. What's the next piece? Poe Dameron's hair. Got that. We got that. We got the figures earlier on. And we're back to more. Oh no, this was for the little one. So we needed grey earlier. But this one's black. Probably not used for the front feet. I doubt they're hanging on by a bar. We've just seen with the KE8 Enforcer, that bar piece has already come off under the weight of the KE8. Which, from a gift with purchase is a little bit of a shame. I feel like they're on display for quite some time. Compared to, you know, your average Lego set. And the fact that they don't hold up doesn't look too well to it. But 21. Oh, 21 of these round plate. We have a ton of these. Little one. Avada Kedavra. 21? Do we think that's... No, that's not enough. Let's see if I can guess 21. 21. Oh no, it was probably right the first time. Oh, I think this is 22. I think this is 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Called it. It's 22. So we'll put one of them back. That wasn't a bad guess though. That first guess was horrid. Wasn't anywhere near 21. It's probably about 12. 12 if I'm lucky. It's a bit generous. Bricks and clips. Again, another drawer that perhaps needs a little bit of sorting. We've got some random... I think this is just a mix of everything I need to sort out. We've got these patented bricks and a lot of masonry bricks. That's a brick of bricks, and then our 1x2 bricks just at the front. What do we need? The black ones. These ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. And usually when I'm putting out sets as well, here's another little hack. Do we need any more 1x2s? No. Here's another little hack when parting out sets. If you are building them like me, straight up, not separating them into any bags, the best thing you can do is stack all of the bricks together, because then when you want to find one of them, you have all of them. Sometimes if you have like 4 of these plates, it could look like a brick. Might be a bit confusing when you have a brick of the same size in the set, but usually it makes it so much easier to gravitate straight to the piece. And chances are in a Lego set, if you need one of them, you'll probably need another one in a few sets, in a few steps time, or you'll probably also need another one to do the mirrored side. If you build in something like the ATM6 and you do a panel on the left, you're probably going to need a panel on the right. Handy to keep both of them near when you need either one of them. Did we go with this technique as well? Yeah, we've done that piece already. All right, nice to see Lego grouping these up similar to how I do. Very nice, because it means I'm going for the same drawers. There and back again. This one needs to be emptied. I had to shimmy that quite a bit, didn't I? Just to slide it out. Yeah, with these drawers, they're cool. But I wonder if you got a unit that had some lidded tubs, if that would be easier to keep using. Because I do find with quite a few of these like bar elements on the drawers that they take a bit to shimmy in and out. I found that with Technic more so. The Technic elements would always, like a bar would just flip up on its side and then it would just be stuck, and there's no chance of shimmying that one free. With the Technic bars, you know, they are quite stubborn. When one of them's caught up, usually the rest of them line themselves up and either stick up with it or they flatten it down. And then you can't even get one of them out. So I definitely recommend bagging those instead. All right, 1, 2, 3. And also, I think we've seen now, speaking of Star Wars leaks, nonsense last week, that's not true, because we've seen the image of the Starcore minifigure, haven't we? Printed Karma. It's a bit sad, it is. But some briquettes. One Piece. Now, see, I haven't watched One Piece, but we seem to have quite a few leaks for that, which is interesting to see. Can't wait to see what those sets look like. And we also got the Spider-Man figs. I think we were live on stream for that one. As soon as it dropped, those pieces are looking really cool, aren't they? Also noticed the leaked minifigures of mashups of so many different pieces. I definitely will be picking up a few of these Spider-Man CMFs. They're looking nice and cool. Victory Royale, congrats Mr. Vader. Nice work. Knew you had it in you. Didn't doubt for a second, only doubted Fortnite. Alright, these are the August sets. So, the remaining August sets, have we only got 3? Oh, is this part of a longer chain? Oh, they posted them all separately. I don't want to scroll through this. Unlimited power. Yeah, we got all those images of it. And where is it? So there we go. So we've got the Force Burner Snowspeeder. The what? The Force Burner Snowspeeder. What? Force Burner. What? So this Snowspeeder, for those of you that aren't seeing what I'm seeing, because you have no idea what I'm wanting, Sig Grieblin, Darth Dev, probably get a new look for Season 2, smart to include them in this set, and Solitas. Who is Solitas? Is that a Legends character? Solitas is associated with RWBY. Known for its extreme cold. What show is that? Oh, it's called RWBY. Okay, fair enough. American animated series set in the fictional world of Remnant. I don't think there's much more looking into that needs to be done. That's not too closely related to Star Wars. In the Star Wars universe, Soul reversed to Master. This is not what I asked. What's Solitas? Oh, I don't think there is anything. This might be an original character from LEGO. Nice to see, after we were talking about Shuttle Pilot Steve the other day, and Jedi Bob. But Solitas is a green Duros, Cad Bane species, with chained lightsabers. Nunchuck sabers. Nunchuck sabers. A speeder bike is removable from it. Yes. $55. So you're looking at like 45 quid. 45 quid. Kind of pricey. 3 minifigures. Solitas comes with a stat with a red and yellow color scheme, I assume, for the entire speeder bike. 45 though, not 30. 45 quid. It's not a date. This is another sale. I think this is a bit pricey. I'd be buying 2+ over this. I
don't object to that.
I bet you don't. You would buy 2+. 349 pieces. Yeah, that sucks. Looking at this is a thing with leaks. The set might be really cool. I think the idea of nunchuck sabers, awesome. Speeder bike attaching to the snow speeder, making the snow speeder a speeder, awesome. Getting a stat, always welcome for another stat, especially if we get some new coloured elements, because some of those are pretty rare to get coloured. The big thing, especially if it's like a navy. No, we got blue in the battle pack. I guess they could reuse the brown one. I don't see that though, but that would be interesting. Hopefully the price is a bit cheaper. The MTT, Ayla Secura Bly, 6 droids, 3 commandos, and a pilot. Reveals a hangar with an STAPM pilot seat. I would love to see the inside of that. Hopefully it's still got something that pulls out as well from the front, because the pilot would be, I assume the pilot would be at the back, maybe at the top, like when we built our microfighter. We got the ATST UCS set, as well as the Death Star. This is August 1st though. Head and guns opposable, interior with 2 seats and a printed plaque, which means we'll probably get an exclusive pilot. It would be nice to see a Chewbacca with arm printing because of the scene in Return of the Jedi. We didn't get that with a Chewbacca buildable, but this is Ultimate Collectors. This is where we could get the arm printing Chewie. If it does well, roll it out into sets. Django Starship playset comes with Jango Fett, Boba, and Lama Su. Who was the Kaminoan in Kenobi's Starfighter? Hello there. Huta Cashew. Hello there. The Kaminoan. Oh, I don't know if I can find this. Tarn Wei was the Kaminoan in Kenobi Starfighter. So we're getting Lama Su, who is the... Oh, is Lama Su the Prime Minister? I always get confused with this. Lama Su is perhaps the Prime... I forget who's the Prime Minister. The one we got last time, Tarn Wei, is the one from Bad Batch, isn't it? We've got Lama Su, and we've also got... Oh, there's a third one. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 3 of them. I don't remember their names, but I really hope to get an exclusive head mold or a bracket that goes around the head. An exclusive head mold, clearly more preferable than the other. But I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see that. That'll be quite fun. Buildable Ewok, the Battle Pack, and the V19. V19's catching my eye. Again, very expensive. It comes with a Pilot, Kenobi, and a Sarge. Mr. Vader has been chilling in the shadows, hiding in the shadows in plain sight. Includes a curved lightsaber hilt. All right, for those of you that don't remember a Sarge, it's been a while, or the Rebels Ahsoka, this is the curved hilt we got. I've just done a lightsaber video on it. You're probably all familiar with this piece thanks to that video. Hopefully, if you haven't, give it a watch. I really enjoyed making that. And we're getting a new element, which is exciting because in that video, I say about this curved lightsaber hilt needs to be remade in a metallic silver color. So the metallic silver, it's got to be metallic silver. The MTT looks cool. So the MTT comes with, this is 160, so 150 quid. We're looking at the Star Destroyer. We're looking at the Dark Falcon. It's that level of set. Pretty expensive. But Aayla Secura, Bly, 6 battle droids, 3 commandos, and also a pilot. That's awesome. 12 figures. And we're getting a ton more droids. I would like, here's the thing. We're getting an MTT and we're also getting a battle pack. The MTT is awesome, by the way. The fact that it has an interior for a Stap and the pilot, love that. The battle pack includes, was it 4-star corps? Let's have a look. What was the latest leak? So the battle pack is set to include, this is last year's battle pack. That's not the one we want. No. Where's the latest? This is weeks ago. Do we not know what the figures are for the battle pack yet? I've seen someone say it. No, this is years ago now. Come on, Reddit. Get with the times. This one, oh no, that's the one I just looked at. Let's see if it's mentioned in the comments. No. How many clones and droids is the new battle pack to come with? Because if it's the same as the last one and it comes with 4 clones and 5 droids, we need to be getting more droids or a droid battle pack. I think so. The Count Dooku one needs to be remade as well. I don't have the Count Dooku. It's the only saber. The only saber I'm missing. The hilt is Count Dooku's and the blade is from the light up Mace Windu. So one day I'll have to pick them in person. They're too rare to be buying online. Just in case, you know, something's not as cracked up as it seems to be. But one day I'll have them and I'll add them to my collection and the collection will be complete. But today is not that day. Not yet. Bly and his troops going to be in the battle pack with 2 droids. I think Bly they're saving for the MTT. I know there's been some rumours that Bly's in the battle pack. No, Bly's not in the battle pack. Bly's in the MTT. The MTT was at one point something else as well. I think it was a tank or something. But yeah, we are... Actually, that's a good point. The turbo tank. The Republic Juggernaut. Here we go. Kiadi-Mundi, Bakara, 3 Marines and 3 droids. The clones are outnumbering them 5-3. The Republic, I should say. Kiadi-Mundi's not a clone. We don't accept them. No problem, Mr. Vader. So I think 2 battle droids. No, 3 B1s and because the spider droid. We might get a B2, but we are getting a spider droid, so they might do less actual droid minifigures. We've got to get a droid battle pack. And I don't mean 4 droids or like a few droids and some clones. I mean like 12 droids in a £15 set. Maybe not 12. They would put a brick-built droid in there. So we'd probably get 8 droids and then like a brick-built droid. It'd be perfect. Perfect to do it. In 3 days, you're going to be Mr. Superman. Is that when the Superman skin hits? Okay, we might. Oh no, 3 days is still within the Star Wars period. We might see that anyway. The buildable Ewok is looking quite cool. I am excited for that. And what do we think? Do we think an Anzelin is on the cards thanks to Mando? Are we going to get a buildable Anzelm? Need a new droid arm movements and legs like the Clone Army custom droids. Do you think Lego, I mean, they've just redone the clones. We're getting new pauldrons. Same old printed on Karmas. That's disappointing. I'm going to have to get some dual molded legs for those. And then also the viewfinders. Maybe even updated visors if we need them at any point. So I'm hoping to see some updated battle droids. That could be... I don't know with how fragile Lego is. I don't know if they'd try to mass produce... I don't know how Clone Army Customs does it, to be fair. I don't know how they'd mass produce any of the droid legs. But I'd love to see them try. I'd love to see like a few leaks from Lego of elements they've tried to do. Never asked, Luffy. Thank you so much. I would love for that to be a Black Series helmet. I put more blood and sweat and tears into that than I would have buying one of them. That's a 3D printed helmet. That is completely 3D printed, except for the visor. That is an old COVID visor. And earlier on, we whacked it on. Let me just show you. It's very comfortable. It does have a back to it as well. But there we go. There's the Clone Trooper helmet. And if you take a look at the underside, there you go. 3D printed with red filament. I know I should have used white. It was the first 3D printing project that I took on. Go big or go home. Since I was home, I went big. So I appreciate it being compared to a Black Series. We did see a few of those on our travels yesterday. And they're pretty expensive, aren't they? The Black Series helmets. Just need to touch that one up a bit with a paint job. It's looking a bit old. Bit old helmets. Getting on. Look at how many of these I needed now. Thank you. It was a lot of fun building. No matter how I talk about it, it was a lot of fun building. I just really shouldn't have picked that as my first project. I should have printed a little Benji or something first. Made sure it was all going well. Because that took weeks to print. Worth every second. Alright, here we are. We've got some plates coming up. Got some of these brackets. Also, let me know, because a lot of this stream, I like this stream. It's been a lot of answering questions and helping you all out. Do you like this sort of thing? Where it's a casual stream, parting out a set? Or would you rather be building more? I mean, it doesn't change the fact that I'm parting this out, honestly. The difference is whether I'm going live or not. Happy to have a bit of company. Would a USU wing be? Would a USU wing, as in a United States U wing? A UCS. Okay, I'm happy you put that. I was trying to picture a U wing with like stripes on one wing, stars on another wing, decked out for the US. No problem. It makes sense. I can see it clearly now. A UCS U wing. Yes, with the door mechanism slide in, you'd want the cockpit. I think a UCS U-wing would be awesome because of the cockpit. That'd be so cool. I mean, maybe one day, after building the Jango Fett starship, I will be taking notes the entire time so that going forward, we can build a few more UCS size sets. Oh, look at this. I need 4 brackets. If I piece this back together, 4 brackets, form a little bucket of swords. Maybe this can act as a little pram for Grogu. Yeah, a UCS U-wing, I think would be up there with something like the A-wing. You know, it's popular enough to get a UCS set. And, oh, the wings. Rather than using ball joints, I'd want a bit of Technic in the back, in the engine block, that you could, you know, maybe like the Ghost. You've got that little bit underneath, you slide it across, and the wings just pop out. UCS invisible hand. Is that Star Destroyer scale or is that big scale? Because a 10-meter invisible hand would be awesome. But yeah, I like the ATST, right? Because that's a UCS set that I think if that come out, imagine that come out in place of the Death Star. We go from getting a Slave 1, a Jabba sail barge, and then an ATST. I'm sure they've probably blown it up like the gunship. It might be 130 scale instead of 145. But I still think it's quite a step down from what we're used to seeing with UCS sets. UCS sets are meant to be big. A minifigure scale ATST is the one we built with the moving legs. That's quite a bit smaller. UCS A-Wing. I would have loved to pick up that set. I probably would have pied it out by now. Maybe I'd feel different if I actually owned it. Maybe it would still be on my shelf. But that was the first UCS set that I really wanted. The sail barge is a massive turd. I think the sail barge, like with the AT-AT, a lot of people called it a grey dog. I think it does look like a brown shoe. But it also looks awesome. It's the Katana, isn't it? It's quite an iconic ship. Not as much as the Falcon, nowhere near. But it is pretty cool. Don't know if you can order the new upcoming Commander Cody and Rogue One Death Trooper helmet. Black Series in Europe. Oh, maybe we can't. I haven't seen the Death Trooper helmet. Oh, why haven't they thought of that before? It's going to show up with a US ordering page, yeah. There's a few people selling it on eBay. There's a Green Goblin helmet. That looks nice. Yeah, it's pre-order for next year. So I guess the UK's getting it next year sometime. That's the Commander Cody one though. Where's the Death Trooper? Commander Cody's looking quite... Okay. Wait, is the Death Trooper cheaper than Cody? Oh no, Cody's on sale. £2 off if you pre-order. The Death Trooper looks sleek, doesn't it? That's cool. That'd be intimidating though. I'd want to get, if I ever got a helmet like this, I'd want to get a full suit, especially trooper armor or something, and have it on a mannequin in the back. My fiance is not letting that happen. Waking up in the middle of the night and you've got a Death Trooper just standing there. No, that's not happening. Should try and build some in. I saw someone, it popped up on like Instagram, Reddit, somewhere, of someone building clone armor with the, like, out of Lego. Clone armor, Boba. I think it was like Rex Boba and someone out of Lego. That was awesome. UCS ATAP would be cool to see. Would be cool. I still think UCS sets have so many different ships that we can draw from. And then they can redo. There's so many old ones as well that they can see. We got Jango Fett, what, a decade after Boba? I think we're going to get Boba in about a decade's time. Another slave one. But I don't think UCS sets, with the exception of the early ones, we're talking the Falcons. I'm happy the R2-D2 got moved out of UCS because that gives us hope for another Grievous. Oh, wow. I didn't need this many. Well, I did need this many. I need 14. There's only 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Sweet. But the Hasbro helmets, you know what? They haven't gone too expensive. I mean, I know they're probably like a tenner more than they were a few years ago. But for the Black Series helmets, they're not bad given the like the lights and sounds that go into it. This one doesn't have any lights and sounds that I made. Maybe one day I'll add them. But like you say, the green visor that lights up. Oh, nice. I would love to see I don't know if Vader's has red eyes, but Vader's with red eyes would be cool. If Jango named his ship Slave 1, why didn't he name Boba Jango 2? You know what? I thought it was going to say, why didn't Boba name his Slave 2? And I was going to say, in the comics... I wasn't ready for that. I was going to say, in the comics, Boba did have a Slave 2, a Slave 3, and a Slave 4. But in canon, that was Legends. In canon, Aura Singh is the only person to have called it the Slave 1, because that was a nod to Legends. Slave 1 isn't canon. Well, it is through Aura Singh, but Jango and Boba never call it that. So I don't know where Aura Singh gets the name from. But yeah. How cool would a £70 Slave 1? A big one for £70. I think the £70 is going to be the dinky little playset at the end of the year. Do you have a rumour? Oh, I just had read it up. What are they saying for it? Do we want to know? It can't be near 70. Where was the slave one? There it is. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What have we done? We've jinxed it! We've jinxed it! Oh no! Oh no! Keep doing what I'm doing. Thank you, hockey fan. I appreciate the support. Right now I'm having a mental breakdown. A small one. Jango Fett Starship is rumoured to be $70. That's £60. But that's the same price. That's the same price as Stitch or Toothless. I'd rather have Toothless, honestly. I'm very privileged. I say that with the UCS set below my feet. So, you know, maybe that's something. It's cool. The cockpit has 2 seats, enough for Jango and Boba included in the set. It's got a side build that is a cart that can hide seismic charges and double as a display stand, similar to the old Boba one. Don't know if that was official, but we made it work, didn't we? We used a little ladder as a display stand. Nice. Like the look of that. And it holds seismic charges, similar to 75312 is the Boba Fett one. I'll have to rebuild that leading up to it. And that's coming out August the 1st. Maybe we're going to get if these are all, you know, I mean, I know it's June 1st, so it's June 2nd now, so they've all updated them and reposted them. Farming a bit of Reddit out votes, aren't they? But yeah, it is a bit. It's interesting to see the fact that they've updated them all. Maybe we'll see images soon. One way to find out, we've got to hang around. Well, it's not the microfighter at least. You could be getting a microfighter with a UCS Jango and Boba in. Imagine that holding 2 people. Lego would make it work, wouldn't they? Let's get some wedges. Lego could do anything, honestly. With enough time and enough parts, Lego could microfighter and UCS every single Star Wars ship. But I don't think UCS is going to live that far in terms of, you know, every single Star Wars ship. There's a lot of Star Wars ships. But all the popular ones, I don't think we'll see UCS versions for them all. Because there are some that are really similar. Well, I mean, we won't get variations. The Coruscant Guard gunship, not going to get a UCS. Especially when you can recolor the one that exists. Well, if Lego goes on for long enough, I can't say never. I don't see it happening. Because there are so many other sets. So many other sets that Lego need to do first before they start recoloring. And I guess in essence that's what this Jango Fett Starship is, but that's a bit different. Jango's got more screen time than the Coruscant Guard and shows up in a movie. Just one. Just Attack of the Clones. Wanted a regular gunship. We did get a regular gunship in the UCS one, and that's why we got the Coruscant Guard playset, because they wanted to release a playset, but like with Jango Fett Starship, it's just not possible to get a playset that scale and a UCS set, because people are going to get the playset. No one's going to buy the UCS set. So they release a playset in a different colour. Fans that do want them both are just going to recolor it. It's smart. It's smart on Lego's point of view. It pleases everyone, because then if you've already got a gunship, you're going to buy the new variant. Even if you put it out in a few weeks, you know, for the characters. Some people buy for the figures. Some people buy maybe for parts. If you're building a UCS Kenobi Starfighter, that gunship's got a ton of parts. That gunship's got a ton of parts that I can use for a UCS Delta. Ooh, I hadn't thought of that until I just said it. There we go. Surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Unlike these bricks. I'll tell you what, it's a surprise there's not too many more bricks in this set, given the other pieces we have. And what's the time? We probably should be wrapping this up soon, because like I said, I do have to sleep for tomorrow. Another day out you stay out tomorrow. Busy, busy, busy. What are we looking at? Oh, what other pieces? We got a few more. Oh, brackets. I can do the brackets. Yeah, I tell you what. I'll finish up the black plates and bricks. We'll save the slope because I'll look for the bigger one. So we've got the brackets and the plates. I can do this. There we go. Nope. Oh yes. If you've got any more questions or need help with any more of your builds, let me know. Any more victory royales, Mr. Vader, let me know. And then we'll wrap up the stream once I finish with the black pieces. Because then I've only got light and dark bluish grey. Oh, and trans red. Yeah, that'll be fairly easy. Yeah, light bluish grey, dark bluish grey. Is this a printed piece? 6, 20, 40, 81. 6, 20, 40, 81. Let's take a look. 6, 20, 40, 81. Printed. Oh, wrong button. Exclusive to this set is a 2x2 inverted with a first order heavy assault walker target monitor pattern. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. New leaks dropped. Yes, we got... Have they just dropped? This second? We just went over a few of the different sets. You never know. They might have just. We did get the look of the Toothless, which was nice. That was quite recent. And we do have the updates. We have Ventress with half an hour ago. I think they're the ones we've just looked over. We only skimmed them. So if you do want to talk about any set, let me know. We didn't talk much about the Ewok, but I do think an Azalon is well on the way. The V19 clone pilot might have a nice helmet to it. That would look good. The Starcourt battle pack. So with the good size ATRT, I think they're going to reuse the same size that we've had since like 2020, even before then, but they changed it quite a bit in 2020. Well, given the history, they changed it most in 2020. I would like to see a smaller ATRT and then, you know, bigger builds around it. More droids. All right, Benjamin, gunship or dropship? Oh, I think because we've recently got the gunship, I'd love to see a new dropship because we'd probably be getting an ATOP. But a gunship can be turned into a dropship. Dropship's harder to turn back into the gunship, isn't it? So I'm going to have to say gunship. Gunship would be nice. And then I'll probably turn it into a dropship. It'd be like the first modification, wouldn't it? Did we cover... So the ATST has 2 seats interior. Probably getting 2 sort of pilots. Maybe a pilot and a Chewie. I think that'd be perfect. Nice figure selection in the MTT. Nice interior in the MTT as well. Need more LEGO Separatist flagships. Yes. We get, even the ones we do, we get some in brown, some in blue. LEGO can recolor it every few years. You know, if they release it, they could, in essence, this MTT that's coming out could be... Oh, I'm going to have to buy the MTT. I have been saving up my LEGO points, so I'm going to splash them on one of the sets this August. And it might be the MTT, because we can build the MTT. It's the biggest Separatist ship. We can build everything. We should be able to build an AAT. That might be a bit difficult, but there could be troop carriers, you know, massive STAP for all we know. And yeah, a load of bigger ships can be built out of it because, well, the MTT is meant to be the biggest. It might not be big scale, it might be a little shrunk down, but we've still got enough parts there. As long as there's no big plates and big bricks, if LEGO keep doing what they have been doing, we should be able to work it into pretty much any ship and every ship. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing right here on the channel if I manage to pick it up. Whether I manage to pick it up now or whether I manage to pick it up in like a year's time on sale, because it's 150 quid, $160, and that's a lot for a LEGO set. So you can see that going down to about 120 by Christmas. If you are looking to pick up LEGO, I would focus on some of the cheaper sets, because even the Plo Microfighter, by then it will probably be reduced from $12.99 to like a tenner. But this is a great set to pick up right away. You know, the sale, you're saving £1 compared to saving £30 on the MTT. So I know which one I'd rather be saving, but depending on how good it is, we might not be able to wait for it. We might have to pick it up straight away and get to modifying it to build all of the other ships. Because, well, think of a separatist ship, you can build it with the MTT. I do think that's how cool it's going to be. Want a new Z95 Headhunter. I'm still with instructions. I might reduce the, because I do sell instructions on Rebrickable and that, but they tend to be quite good instructions. I might reduce them because where have I put my Z95 Headhunter? I have no idea. It might be in the pile over there, but I turned the Arc 117 the Z95. And it's a pretty solid build. It should be roughly figure scale, though I am yet to measure it. Just to clarify, because sometimes, you know, you go a stud overboard, and I don't want to say it's 145 if it's 146. Don't want to mislead anyone. Oh, I could get away with it with Lego. Not the point. Okay. So those instructions should be out sometime soon. Again, I might have to, with a few of the models, just upload the studio generated. I know Rebrickable, they don't recommend it, but when you're uploading instructions from studio, they say studio generated. So I might as well try out the auto generated. It's worked very few times in the past. I was actually talking to one of the members on the channel Discord that you do get from becoming a member. Shout out members. I was saying about the auto-generated, because if they really hone that in and fix that up, it would be a game changer. Complete game changer for us mock builders, because like now, whilst I'm quite busy in and out of a few different things, got a load of ideas on the run, I'd just be able to build it in studio, which takes enough time as is, and then generate the instructions. Even when going through it step by step, you've got to take so much time to look at the instructions. Give me a Star Wars character to draw. You've already done K2SO. Oh, I tell you what, going alongside K2SO, which way do I go? Do I go a little while forward, or do I go with B2? R2-D2, my favourite droid. I like, after drawing a droid, I've just given you another droid to do, as if the droids aren't overly detailed and complicated enough, you know. Let me know if you'd like me to change my answer, but I've gone with Little Arthur. R2-D2. There we go. So we've got we've got minifigure stands, a few bigger plates. 2x4, which is this one. Oh, another piece I don't have. Haven't.
Just come up about Mamma Mia. So that's Luther.
Yeah, one of the Mamma Mia dads is Luthen.
Oh my god.
Did you not realise that?
No.
It's the one that does the dancing. That Luthen's dance in Mamma Mia lives. Yeah, the boat guy in Mamma Mia. If you haven't seen Mamma Mia, that is, if you like ABBA, you've probably seen Mamma Mia, but it's really fun. Your phone's lagging, it's about to explode. Oh no. The internet is too strong with this stream. Oh, the minifigure display. Yeah, so for the 2x4 tile, I didn't have a 2x4 tile at hand. I probably used them all, so I've gone with two 1x4 tiles instead. There's a simple change in that, but just because I said any pieces that I do change, I'll be going through with you, I thought, have to give that one. Right, what else? 4x4, one 4x4, one 4x6, six 2x8s, and two 1x8s. All right, and then we will wrap up and continue this. I will try to continue this probably Wednesday before repo. Not sure if I'll live stream it. Probably not. Maybe. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that. I also want to do a few streams for members. So if anyone has any ideas, maybe going forward we'll do a few game streams for members as well. Make sure some of the open lobby games. They're easier to play. And some games that don't cost £8 to play. That should be included in a higher members tier. Free games. Free game codes. Ain't a bad idea for Lego games, but I don't think many Lego games can be played online multiplayer. Missing out on that, they are. And then it says the 4x6, the 2x8, and the 1x8. There we go. Plenty of these. Well, okay, not plenty. Oh, yeah, like 20 of them. That's plenty. When it comes to door rails and we're only using 2 a set, that is plenty of them. So we have got on the desk, we've got a few different Lego builds, but we have got every single Technic piece I was able to get, as well as all of the black elements. Nope. 1x8 tiles. All right, we don't have more. As well as all of the black elements besides these 1x8 tiles I'm just picking up now, needed for the ATM6. So even though I was streaming it, answering a few questions, I ain't done too bad, because it takes me, it took me too long for that Star Destroyer. It probably took me double this. It probably took me 6 hours. So the fact that I've been able to do this 3 hours and we're halfway through, we've done most of the first page. We've just, half of the first page. So we've done about a quarter of the pieces, but we have done all the Technic, and the minifigure parts don't count as well. We've already done those. So I'll finish this on Wednesday before repo, maybe a bit on Thursday as well. And this will be ready to build Thursday night live on stream. So thank you all for hanging out. We went over a few things. Just to recap a few of the tabs I still have open. We've got the Defender coming to the UK and Spain. Spain have already got it, the 16th of May. Oh, maybe I could order the Spanish. It comes with cards, doesn't it? If any of you are in Spain and Germany, and you know what, France have the X-Wing. I'm not too fussed on the X-Wing pilot, Luke. But if any of you are in Spain and Germany and want to send over a magazine, message me over on Instagram, because I'm interested in those Lego Star Wars cards. They will be a fine addition to my collection. We also took a look at some of the leaks, including the MTT, which I'm excited for. We also took a look at the Hasbro helmets. We took a look about a lot, didn't we, today? And also parted out the ATM6 we'll be building on Thursday. So I'll see you there. Don't forget, Wednesday we will be playing Repo, and I'll hopefully schedule that now. If I forget, forgive me, just remind me in a comment. It should be scheduled. See ya. May the bricks be with you, Mr. Vader. Thank you for hanging out. And until next time, may the bricks be with you always. May the bricks be with you, Mr. Vader. May the bricks be with you, the Lego Man. May the bricks be with you, Benjamin. May the bricks be with you, Pownet. May the bricks be with you, hockey fan. Moonshoes, may the bricks be with you. Thanks for chilling. One of the first in the chat as well. Nice seeing ya. Next live you ask for another Star Wars character. I'll be thinking of one. All right. Yeah, I definitely don't have another character in my head right now. Thank you so much for watching, and may the bricks to all the rest of you, may the bricks be with you always.